And we're live. What up, what up, what up? How's it going, y'all? Papa, hi, cardboard coworkers. Hello, hello. Guys, we got a fun stream tonight. It's Mondays. We love our Monday streams. And today, we've got to do our ABLs because I haven't done my listings for today. So Mondays usually we have a really busy, so I usually don't have a time to get around to listing. So we need to list some cards on both eBay stores. We then need to go through the rest of this box of Magic bulk. I've got them already scanned in. I just need to sift the cards out. We pulled a ton of cards out of this box already. It's actually insane. And then, what else we got to do? We got some Pokemon bulk we can go through, but later, we're going to be having Bronze God on, which is exciting. He's going to be joining us here in about an hour-ish. And we're just going to be chatting and talking cardboard, talking shop. So that's going to be pretty fun. Let me ping the Discord so I don't forget this time. There we go. Look at me. I didn't forget this time. Let's see. What else? All right. What up, Kashmir? What up, Papa? Good evening, King. I don't know if I go that far, but good evening. Good evening. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to jump into. I'm trying to just think of what we can how we're going to do our ABLs today. We probably won't be able to get a ton listed tonight. I don't want to focus too much on listing right now. Listing is difficult for me. I feel like I have to really concentrate, and I can go so much faster when I do it off stream. Whereas if we did like sifting, I can do that a little easier. I'm going to list some Pokemon. We need to list some Magic on the other store. Do I have some cards ready to list? I think I do on the Magic side. I do. Okay, perfect. We'll list 100 cards of Magic and 100 cards of Pokemon on the other store and call it a day. How are we doing this fine Monday evening? Lumberzack, what up? Has impressions on the second eBay been better with the no duplicates? It's hard to tell right now. It's still too early, Kashmir, to know for sure. I think so, but it's really, really hard to compare right now. So it's going to take a while. Realistically, to get a true understanding of this, I'm going to have to get even then it's still, I don't know. I have to get a lot. I have to get a lot listed before I start truly understanding how good it is. And it's difficult too because I have a lower rating on that store since obviously it's 100%, but lower isn't less people, so that kind of affects things too. So right now, I don't know. Is that the start of the stream? Is this the start of the stream? It is, Flipworks, it is. Finally got my scanner set up now to card uploader. Hell yeah, bro. You're gonna do good. Card uploader's easy. You got the hard part down. Scanner's due in tomorrow, I'm excited. Hell yeah. Bulk Beyond, welcome. Literally on my TV right now, the video where you start with how you got more listings by adding a business account, and this live popped up on my phone. There's two of you talking. Brooks, that's brutal. You have to listen to it's hard enough listening to me once, let alone twice. I got my first sale for multiple cards, 3 cards. How should I pack it? Well, if you have a top loader, you can probably fit 3 cards in a penny sleeve and put it in a top loader. If you've got card savers, just put them in individual penny sleeves, throw all 3 in a card saver, and then team bag, put it in an envelope and send it. Oh, what up, Crondo? How's it going? Welcome. Editing my first video right now. Hell yeah, that's awesome. What's your first video about, Flip? That's fair. I'm hesitant to make any changes to my store unless it really slows down. Yeah, I mean, on the Pokemon side, will I ever go to duplicate listings? I'm not sure. Here's the problem with Pokemon, in my opinion. I think people really like binder copies, and they want to see the card that they're buying. Where Magic, they don't care as much about that, so I don't know. I'm sure it works, and I'm sure it's still good, but I don't know. Are you missing out on sales for not having the picture of the actual card? Are you missing out on sales that you're not getting like multiple quantities because someone would buy more than one if they knew you had more than one? You know, I don't know. Hard to tell. What up, Bayou? What up, man? You finally made a video I saw. I haven't got a chance to watch it, but Bayou finally got around to making another video. I was excited to see it. Packing it right now. Okay, cool. Good. Good luck, Matt. Card saver all day, cheaper and more flexible. Save me returns due to non-machinable. Yep. Hey, Hey, Chase, how's it going, man? Good to see you in the chat. What are you working on, Chase? Let me count these cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 83, 40, 7, 8, 9, 99, 1, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Oh, I thought I had counted exactly. 99, 100, let's do 101. Okay, here are the Magic cards we will list to the Magic store. We're only gonna do 100 listings on each store tonight because I'd rather go through sifting. It's a little easier for me to do live. Shipping is baked in the cost. If you get an order with 3 or more with a 15% discount, do you refund some money for all the extra shipping that was baked into the cost? Muzak, like, are you charging for shipping, or are you talking about like if I charge $2 with free shipping? If you got free shipping, then no, I wouldn't refund them. You actually would get in trouble with eBay. You don't want to refund unless you have to, because eBay doesn't want to see refunds. So no, you wouldn't. You would just. I mean, it's just part of it if it's free shipping. Do you do a lot more store reviews at all? Curious to see how I can improve. Bailey, it's hard because typically, I've said it before in the live streams a lot of times, the best way to improve is just list more. I mean, there's really not much more to an eBay store other than just list more cards. So I don't really do store reviews because the answer is list more. If you want more orders, list more. There's not much more to it. I really don't do much more than that. The Bull King is here. He truly is. I talk about some sales and some buys I made. Awesome. That's legit. You have to check. You have to put it in shill or be shilled when you get done with it. Is there a way to combine duplicates on card opener after you've already uploaded and listed, or only before you've uploaded CSV and list? I don't know, Brooks. I've not tried, to be honest with you. Right now I'm listening to some Unlimited Basics to eBay. Just finished shooting a podcast episode. Hell yeah! I haven't finished your last podcast episode, TCG Bull Kings. Your one with, I don't remember his name, but I was watching it. It was pretty solid. So that's exciting. You got another one coming. At work right now, part-time at the local game shop, slow today. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. That's pretty cool. Are Mondays just slow days for game shops? I would feel like it would be. That's your profit margin, yeah. My first eBay deal, I accidentally swapped shipping labels. Venmo money for shipping is back. I never got it back. Oof. Oof. That's rough. That's rough. A good mistake to learn on, though. Hopefully it was a small one. Didn't realize eBay would view that as a bad thing. Yeah, I mean, it just depends. Obviously, like, if you're refunding on every single order, then yeah, eBay would be like, what are you doing? Shipping might be different, maybe, if you do shipping, like if you charge for shipping. I don't like to charge for shipping. I think it's way better to do free shipping. It just, to me, doesn't make sense to charge for shipping. Just bake the cost of shipping within the cards. And it is what I do. I think that is generally the better way to go about it. Julius lists everything at the very beginning, hoping to promote. It helps drive more traffic. Yeah, Ben, it's not a bad idea. I mean, at the beginning, when you don't have a ton of cards, listing everything is definitely a good idea. I just think once you start to get more cards in, listing a bunch of really low end bulk isn't gonna be terribly beneficial for you. Shiny Flips, what up? The new millionaire Bull King. Oh God, I don't want to be a millionaire. I don't think that sounds terribly appealing. TCG Automate lets you combine listings. Bailey, we don't like TCG Automate. We're not fans of. We've moved away from that platform. But yeah, you can do the same thing with Card Uploader, combine listings. But I don't know if you can do it after you've already had them listed. I think they generally say with the way that it's currently implemented, maybe in the future it'll be different. But the way it's currently implemented, I think they recommend you start the eBay store from scratch, like with a fresh inventory, before you start using their system, because it works specifically how they do it. So I don't know if there's a way to do it outside of that. There's 55. We got some Flesh and Blood decks in, tempted to open one. Nice. I have not seen any Flesh and Blood. Like, I've never opened any Flesh and Blood. I'm curious how it would be like. Good evening. Ordered my shipping shields and 3D printed the card scanner holder thing for the phone. I'm getting closer to actually listing. Hell yeah, Vex. That's awesome. That's exciting. Hell yeah. Just means you have $1 million bulk, right? Yeah, yeah, that's all it is, right? That means you're a millionaire. If that's the case, I'm still not a millionaire, but I'm working toward it. If that's the case, if all my cards are worth $1, damn, I have some good money. Curious as to why I just kind of used the first one I found. Bailey, Pokemon Steven has a video on it. I'm not going to go into the drama, but I don't trust the platform. Card uploader, cheaper. In my opinion, a better platform even without all the drama. So I just prefer card uploader. But I mean, TCG Automate isn't necessarily a bad thing. I don't think it's like if you've started with it and you've gone through it, it's not going to be the worst. There's the Pokemon listings. We got them, Reggie, and we'll get them uploaded. Yeah, I have only 3,900 cards listed right now. I have a ways to go, but having trouble sourcing. Yeah, I understand. It can be difficult at first, but once you start to build connections, you'll be flooded in it. But yeah, definitely at the beginning, it's pretty difficult to find. I hate listing Fab because it's hard to read the set code. I don't know if I've even seen Flesh and Blood cards. I'm sure I have, online somewhere, but I consider combining once that feature's fully tested and complete. Yeah, I don't blame you. Do you think you'll ever sell any sealed? Yeah, I'm sure I'll eventually get into sealed, but it's one of those things that currently, right now, doesn't really make my brain happy, so not the biggest fan of it. I have some sealed over there that I'm looking at, but it's all used for trade right now is what I'm currently using sealed for. But as we get more in, I'll probably need to sell it. But if I sell sealed, I'll need to start selling it on a website because selling sealed on eBay just doesn't make sense. Losing that much profit margin on it just doesn't make sense. Let's see. Card uploader is goated. Yep. Does card uploader let you do TCG Player? Yes, it does. Do you get 0 scratching in your scanner? I got the excuse me, Wax Packs arm replacement, but still got some light scratches every now and then. I don't have any problems, but I don't have the 3D printed part. But I took the roller out. I put the roller back in. I took the middle piece out, put the roller back in, and I scan everything raw, and it works just fine. I've not had problems. Does card uploader work for TCG Player? It does, yep. What up, T-Tar? How's it going, man? I saw your video. I think I commented, so you probably saw that I commented. Your video on your grading, so that's pretty cool. Cool to see more of your grading plays. That Jesse and James card is sick. That's a sick-ass card. Didn't see the question you already asked. Yeah, you're good. Yes, card uploader works with TCG Player, Card Market, Mercado Libre, Tradera, and a bunch of other international marketplaces. I didn't know it works with all those. I've never messed with those. That's pretty cool. Thank you for the enlightenment, Retro Mike. Mike, I also watched your video. I watched your update on the eBay store. I think it was interesting because you were talking about how you're kind of basically breaking even by the time you do the eBay store subscription, and that kind of cuts into your profits. It's one of those things that, yeah, with eBay, you got to list a lot to truly get the benefit of the store subscription. So definitely understand. Be curious to continue to watch it though. So you said you had the next 2 weeks basically of sales that you can get more of to pay for it. Retro Mike is here. Splurged and invested on a scanner. Best investment yet. Hell yeah. Yeah, Miranda, it is a good investment for sure. It is a good investment for sure. Picked up 12,000 Scarlet Violet bulk for $300. Just working on building my inventory now. Sleeving them all and sorting if you want to come check out my store. Clay, we don't do like store reviews or anything, but that's legit. If you put it in Shill or Be Shield, people can check it out in the Discord. That's nice though. Hell yeah. That's a pretty good price too. Well, 12,000 would be 120 if you bought it for $10 per thousand. But if you've got reverse hollows and hollows in it, that's probably a pretty good price. Bro, take the spring out of the 3D printed smooth sailing all day. Yeah, that's what I did too. Gonna be trying out CGC soon. I am also trying out CGC soon. I'm trying to get a submission together. I talked about it in today's video. I do have a grading play, but it probably needs to go through PSA. Unfortunately, the grading play that I made, I was like, ugh, this isn't the grading play that you could do with CGC probably, because it would be a really slow seller through CGC, I think. So I'll have to check and look into it, but there's a really exciting grading play I'm going to be checking out very soon. Hopefully the person sends me what I ordered. I ordered it 4 days ago, and I still haven't gotten any shipping confirmations, so that's a little scary. Hopefully that happens. Totally not here. I love the J&J didn't want to sell it. The J&J. Oh, Jesse and James. Yeah, I would just, if you list it, just list it really high and be like, it's listed. I'm a business. I'm doing it. And if it sells, it sells. You know, like just list it like $500 or how. I don't know what that's worth in a 10, but you know, whatever, like triple the price and just be like, oh, it's listed. See, I'm doing what I'm supposed to. You know. What's good, homies? What up, JM? How's it going? I need to try card upload or Shopify export now that I have my website up and running. Yeah, be curious to see how that works. I bought an Epson scanner because the other one was too much money. I'm thousands of scans in and wish I spent the extra money. Yeah, that seems to be the going trend. You get to the point where if you just, I don't say that those aren't nice, but this is like, the Fujitsu scanner is just like one of those scanners that like, it's going to be what you eventually want to upgrade to anyway. So if you're just a little bit more patient, you can kind of buy that instead of worrying about something else. But I've heard good things about some of the Epsons. They're just a little slower. And at the beginning, you really don't need a lot of speed. It's nice once you do have it. And you're like, I remember when I got this and I saw how fast it was. I'm like, this is too fast. I don't need it this fast. But then now I'm like, all right, give me the speed. You know, now that I've gotten used to it and have made it more efficient, I'm like, this thing's slow. Come on, speed up, dude. But it's nice. It's definitely preferred. Epson for hobbyists, Rico for businesses. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Mike. So glad I did splurge and get the Rico. Yeah. CDC are really tough movers from my experience. I usually buy them on auctions for super cheap to crack and sell them for raw price. Really interesting. Interesting. I would be curious to see. I see a lot of people doing CDC now. So I actually found this new creator that does just live streams mostly. And he was doing a bunch of CDC submissions. And I was watching him and I'm like, damn, that sounds so fun. But I just want to be able to grade and then get my stuff back. I'm reasonable. If I get my stuff back within 3 months, I think that's reasonable. Having to wait 180 business days for grading, what's the point? I literally won't see that till 2027. What's the point at that? You know, it's just, I don't know. What's the point? I get it once you like get it going and you just kind of like constantly have things coming in and going out. But man, starting off, it's just like, I'm going to be making these plays and I'm not going to see anything about them until 9 months from now. That's wild. I did Epson first too and returned it. Interesting. Yeah. Which one was it? I like the way you think. I honestly do think it was a decent chance at appreciating as we close in on the 30th. I'll list it at 600. There you go. There you go, T-Tar. That's a good idea. That is a gorgeous card, though. I love that card. What's it worth in a 10? Like 300? The Epson Gas has better quality photos. Yeah, it probably does, honestly. It's one of those things, though, like when it comes to scanner quality, it's like how much quality is going to help it. I could make this quality better. I could make it 600 DPI. I could do a couple other things to really like make the stuff pop. But it's like I don't really need to do that. I'm selling lower end cards. Maybe from the higher end stuff. It'd be nice to have both and then have like something that's like gets really, really high quality scans. But you know, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like one of those things like you reach a quality threshold where getting better quality isn't probably going to lead to too many more sales. So it's like, I'd rather have speed over quality, but maybe if you had both, you could have kind of like the best of both worlds, but it just depends on what you need. Start with the Epson, just got one and it's flying. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I've heard good things about the Epson, so. Got Cosmos, Holo EXs, and some full arts, probably 250 Cosmos at least. Those are flying off the shelf. Yep, Clay. Yep, that Cosmos do really well. Cosmo Holos are really popular. CGC can be quick and cheap, yeah. They're slowing down a little bit, but they definitely, especially if you go through consignment, it's really fast. If I had a free day and all I did that day was listing with the scanner, how many cars do you think someone could list? It kind of depends, Flip, because your slowdown would probably be how quickly you can go through Card Uploader at that point. I mean, this thing can scan 5,000 cards in an hour, you know, if not more. So probably more, probably closer to 10,000. So the scanning isn't the thing that slows you down. It's the Card Uploader. During COVID, I had submission that took 14 months to get returned to PSA. Jesus Christ. That is why. I mean, COVID makes sense. This doesn't make sense. COVID makes sense, but this is just an insane market. It's an insane market. And the fact that I was actually talking to my dad, so he knows a little bit about the grading because he used to do sports cards back in the day, and so he knows about the grading companies. And he was surprised to hear that PSA is actually like the biggest company now. I think back then Beckett was the biggest. But he was saying, I told him like, yeah, PSA now sells their own cards, and he's like, oh, that's so stupid. That's a conflict of interest. I'm like, yep, yes it is, Dad. Like, just like right off the bat, the first thing he said was that when I mentioned that they sell their own cards. And he's like, that's insane. So it's a weird world we live in. I don't understand how PSA has gotten away with being the leaders, but this is what it is, you know? Def don't auction CGC for the most part, but there's definitely demand. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely demand, I'm sure. I just dropped my first 2 cards at PSA yesterday at Collecticon, and they said I should get them back in December. That's better than what normally would be, so that's not bad. If I have a big price card raw and looks like a 10, should I send it to Beckett or PSA? If it's Pokemon, definitely Beckett. Or definitely Beckett. Definitely PSA. I mean, PSA is typically your biggest bang for your buck. If I had a big price, I think it's somewhere between 200 and 300. I haven't looked too closely because I'm not rushed to sell. Yeah, that's still, yeah. List it for 300 and you never know. Are you doing One Piece? No, Mr. Mickle. No, I don't watch One Piece. I don't know anything about One Piece. If I jumped into another game, the next game I'm jumping into is potentially Yu-Gi-Oh! If I jumped into a Bandai game, it would definitely be Riftbound because I'm a League of Legends fan. But I don't like One Piece, just only because I don't watch it. So cards look gorgeous though, so I wouldn't be opposed to getting into One Piece. But no, I'm not currently doing One Piece. Picked up a cheap Epson flatbed to get going. Options for multiple uses. I'm 1,000 listings in, likely time to upgrade. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Like if you can find something real cheap where you can do it to where you don't have to take pictures on your phone, that's a really good like stopgap between getting a Ricoh for sure. Tag seems to be getting on the price level of PSA recently. I like the way Tag looks. If I try and grading plays, I plan on using Tag. Yeah, so here's the thing for me with Tag. Do they grade harsher? Do we think that Tag grades harsher than PSA? Like, is it harder to get a Tag 10 than a PSA 10? Because there are so many PSA 10s you see that you're like, how did this even 10? And like, I feel like Tag, you wouldn't be able to get away with like taking chances. Like you have to have like the perfect card, I would think. I don't know, somebody tell me wrong. But since it's AI, you would think it would have to be like really, really good card to get a 10. Pusha, what up? Okay, let's scan some cards. Let's do some scanning. We need to clean our scanner, get some cards scanned in, and get some stuff listed. Genius Scan or Cam Scanner would work swimmingly before I earned my scanner. Yeah. Yep, I can see it. I can see it. Let's actually move you. Well, you ain't gonna cam me out. Okay. There is my Magic cards. Let's get some Sturf listed. Grading is definitely something I got to get into, though. It's I'm leaving money on the table by not, that's for sure. And I like grading. I think it's a cool concept. But there's some chaos with it, that's for sure. Tags machines can't detect dings and dents in the card. Really? That'd be surprising if that's the case. And you're probably right with the PSA versus tag. That's what I would think, but I don't know. Love using Genius Scan. I've not even... What is Genius Scan? Is that just like a scanner? Tags seems to be very harsh, so local store submits Lorcana and like 5 of the 100 came back at 10. Damn! That's wild. Hopefully by the end of June I'll be getting a scanner. Just need to list. Yep. List. Always be listed, Bailey. BGS over PSA? I don't know anyone that does BGS. I would think the only other grading... So if you don't do PSA, from what I understand, if you're not going to do PSA with Pokemon, the next best thing is CGC. If you're not going to do PSA or CGC, the next best thing is Tag. After that, it seems to be like you're really like, I don't even know. You're really getting to the bottom of it, and you're kind of taking a lot more chance of very slow sellers. But I could be wrong with that. I don't know. Again, I don't know a ton about the grading world, but from what I understand, that is like the hierarchy. PSA, and then way down here is CGC in regards to like the amount of movement that happens, and then further down Tag. Could buying the scanner used off eBay be cheaper and still work well? I don't know. To me, I would just buy it new because you're just kind of taking a chance there. Again, it's just one of those things I'd just save up for. Did you hear about the TCG Player changing the shipping from... I did, yep. And they plan on adding tracked envelopes. I didn't hear about the tracked envelopes. Wait, hold up. They said tracked envelopes too? I saw the shipping, but I didn't see tracked envelopes. Genius Scan is a simple app, PDF app, works really well depending good lighting. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. AGS has a small market. I've never even heard of AGS. What is that? Beckett is usually only worth going for the real high-end stuff to chase the black label. What up, Bronze Gap? Are you joining? Let me get some. If you are, let's have you join. But let me get this stuff scanned in so I can start going through Card Uploader. You guys can see that, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I would say yeah. I've heard Beckett. If you can get like a black label, which really, from what I understand, is really difficult. But if you can get a black label, then yeah, that might be worth doing. Might be worth doing that, but. You have to have a really good card from my understanding. But I think realistically, if we're talking just purely like the amount that sells on eBay on a daily basis, your biggest sellers are going to be PSA and CGC. After that, you're kind of... Tag would be the probably next best, I would imagine. At least with Pokemon. Now, this might change. I don't know about sports cards. I think sports cards is quite a bit different, but... Pokemon specifically. From what I've heard, from what I've been told. But take that with a grain of salt because I'm an idiot and I've never done any grading. So I've done Tag. I've done a little bit of Tag, but just for personal cards, not for actual selling. Okay, let's see how our hands look. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. You guys can't even see what the hell I'm doing, can you? Now you can. Let's see. We need this one, and we need to scan in these cards. And then we don't know why. There we are. Well, how are you looking? How are we looking? Oh, we're looking clean. We're looking beautiful. Breezy, beautiful color girl. Wait a minute. I don't think that's how that goes. Wait a minute. Pause. Wait. Cover girl. There it is. Wait a minute. I didn't say that. That came... Anyway. I can't use my... You know how hard it is to use your mouse with your left hand? Has you ever tried to do that? That shit's difficult. All right, scanning some... Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm scanning both sides of the magic cards in. Son of a bitch. I don't need both sides. Wait, no, you son of a gun. Cancel. I only need one side. Cancel! Yes, discard the images. I'm dumb. I only need one side for the magic because we only want one side. Let's try this again. I want this one. There we are. Oh my God, I'm trying to open up the chat and it won't let me. Here in the UK, one of the most common graded covers is Ace because it's located in the UK, so we don't have to send their risk in. Yeah, that makes sense. Genius scanner, yep. I direct envelopes, not for us. I direct envelopes, not for us. What do you mean? Ready like Freddy? Yup. Okay, let me get these scanned in real quick, Bronze God. PSA owns BGS now, I thought anyway. So Bus BGS isn't really as liquid as PSA, doesn't really usually get the same volume, the same value, and is also harder to get higher grades. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah. I like I said, I don't know too much about the world of about that world, but yeah, I've always heard that not as big of sellers. All right, let me save these. Shit, did I clear my folders? I don't think I did. Hopefully this one's clear. Clear. Let me get these Pokermans scanned in, and then we'll have Bronze God join the call. If y'all didn't see my announcement, we got Bronze God joining. We're just gonna shoot the shit, talk some cardboard, hang out. I'm gonna try and do it about once a week if I can. Just have some creators on, just hang out, chat. See if I can stay consistent with that. Obviously, we're still doing our seminars. Not taking away from our seminars. I've got the next one lined up. I'm excited to announce it. Want to get some details ironed out with the next person in our seminar, and then once we do, I will let you guys know who's going to be joining us. Let's do 6. Last bit of cards. Now get caught up with chat, and then we can get Bronze God in here. There we are. I have a scan line in these cards, but it's fine. All right. Tracked envelopes above $50 instead of needing bubble mailer. Wait, it's only above 50 bucks? Why do you choose card upload over Sort Swift? I'm asking because I'm torn. I know PokePass would like Sort Swift. Sort Swift is good if you really want to be incredibly efficient. But if you're new, I think Sort Swift is really, really, really difficult to use. Coming from someone who spent literally hours with the owner, going over it, it was very, very difficult to wrap my brain around. But if you can wrap your brain around it, it's a really, really good platform. But it is a difficult one. Unless the card's perfect, we'll get Black Label. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing direct orders now, only for now, but at the end said they plan to add it for sellers in the future. Who knows how long it'll be, though? Yeah. I sent 5 CDC Pristines to PGS to chase a Black Label. They all came back 9 5s. Oof. AGS is like tag with the AI grade. If you find them at the local, they will same day grade your card. Oh, that's legit. Take it with a grain of salt because I'm an idiot and I'm your boyfriend. I love that shirt, Fado. I appreciate it, Crondo. Yeah, it's a cool one. Limited scans per month, $10 if you're doing volume. It just makes more sense. Yep. Popping in to say what's up. Hope everyone's doing well. Hell yeah. What up, Jared? Oh, the dog, your messages got retracted. I don't know what you said. Let's go. Lucked out on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Mystery box. Got a graded card, a Gem 10 MRD Little Chimera Unlimited. That's awesome. It's made my night. Nice. I like Sort Swift much more, but yes, learning it was hard to get used to some parts. Yeah. Yeah, Sort Swift was, it was a lot, but it is cool if you can figure it out. Definitely a pro store level software, and they charge for that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think it's not the best for a beginner. It is not the best beginner platform. That's definitely a good way to play it. Okay, let me see if I can get Bronze God in here, and make sure you guys can hear him all right. Art thou ready, Bronze? Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm fantastic at my job. I said, "Are you Reggie?" And he said, "I'm Bronze God." Reggie is my neighbor. Damn, we need his neighbor on. Actually, let's. We can either do a voice call or we can jump into your channel if you want to. If you want to, Bronze. I'll just call him. Voice is fine. Yep. Can you go get Reggie? Source Surf is pricey. Yeah, it's a little pricey. What up? Let me get you at the right level. Go ahead and talk.
What's going on?
There. Yo. What up, brother?
Not much, man.
Good to talk to you.
Just got off work and I'm tired.
I feel
I'm
that.
tired, but we're doing good.
Good.
We're doing good.
How was
everything
work?
over in Phantom Land?
Phantom Land's good. I'm always in Phantom
Work
Land.
sucked.
Really?
Work sucked and I hate it. It's all same old song and dance. I want this more than that, and every day I have to do that. I want this more, and then
I feel that.
on the battle goes.
Yep.
But
Yep. I
one
understand.
day at a time. So yeah, the grading thing. I'm not a pro.
Yeah.
But I have sent in submissions before, several. It's tricky now because of the way the PSA changes are with the 6-month thing.
Yeah.
During COVID times, it got up to like 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 6 months is nothing.
Yeah.
And I look at PSA like a buy nice or buy twice kind of thing. The liquidity on PSA is so much better that you're almost better off waiting that long versus buying CGC. Because CGC, there's an unspoken rule where, because CGC has the pristine label, and like a lot of people will value a pristine CGC over a PSA 10.
Right.
But there's still like the number of people who will buy a PSA 10 versus a CGC 10 that gap is so wide.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, getting a 10 in CGC is like getting a 9 in PSA, I would imagine. Like, it's a miss. I would imagine you would want pristines.
Yeah, I mean that's basically why you would go with CGC. It's the same kind of thing with Beckett. It's like if you're going to Beckett, the only reason why you're going to Beckett is to get a black label, and if you don't get a black label, sometimes you can do a little better on their regular 10s because they are super strict. But it's like, I mean, yeah, you got to know what you're doing. Yeah, and it's usually like the bigger stuff, like like Bulbasaur when he sent in his ponchos and all these big like $5,000-$10,000 cards. It's like those are the things you send in.
Oh yeah,
you send whenever you want, but make it worth your while. Yeah,
it's interesting to see. Yeah, it's just difficult for me as someone who hasn't started grading because the idea of it's 6 months business days, so realistically it's like 9 months. And the idea of not getting my cards back until March of next year, February of next year, like it's hard to learn. So I'm almost like tempted to use CGC as like a learning platform for me to learn like what would get a pristine, what would get a 10, what would get a 9, and then like learning my process through CGC, and then like holding back my higher value stuff for PSA. But we talked. Did you watch my the Deej thinking? The seminar with Deej?
Saved. I have yet to do it, but it is on the list.
You're good.
Honestly, dude, this last week, getting all that stuff together, it took me 3.5 days to get that stuff boxed up.
Yeah, that was wild.
And I'm so far behind on doing other stuff. That's why I haven't pulled the trigger on like deleting my inventory and all that stuff. So it's like, even today I was going to stream and I was like, no, I need one more day to like just get things set. And then but yeah, I want to watch it so bad because I'm definitely starting the eBay thing. I'm going to be taking it seriously. I'm probably going to be following in your footsteps and doing some kind of daily series of just like, here's what I'm listing, here's what I'm doing, and then my goal is to use eBay to fund my future store. Like, I want to get to 100 grand in sales, and every time I make a sale, I put half in a savings account, and then once that savings account gets to $50,000, I quit. I quit my job. That's it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, You have some good inventory to add to eBay, that's for sure. Yeah, T-Tar mentioned, he said that cards will be worth more by the time you get it back in this market. Yeah, who knows? But in 9 months, maybe we finally start to see some cool down. Who knows? And yeah, the volatility is wild.
Well,
Set a
that's
couple
the
cards
trick
each and make the videos on it. Yeah.
This is the same exact thought process everyone had during COVID, and then it went from 9 months to 12 months to 15 months. So, it's like there's no real way to know where things are going. I can't imagine it's going to die down anytime soon, especially with the 30th celebration to still come. I'm kind of hoping that. Oh, by the way, hello everybody, hello chat. I'm kind of. My guess is when Mega Evolution ends and Winds and Waves or whatever the 10th gen is.
Yeah.
Hopefully they pull a Scarlet Violet base, and because when Scarlet Violet base came out, everyone hated it and everything tanked for like a year.
Right.
So I'm hoping, the whatever the new. Who's the idiot of the new 3 that looks horrible? The stupid gecko, or is it the bear?
Oh my God! You do not talk trash about those starters. They are actually good.
One of them, the grass one with the bushy eyebrows. He's
Are
cool.
you talking about? Well, okay. I thought you were gonna say he was the bad one. The one that looks like an Angry Bird. I fucking love that Pokemon.
Yeah, no. The
Sprout or Brout or something like that.
The dog, the fire dog.
Oh yeah.
Pomeranian.
Yo, you're that's a hot take because I know a lot of people like that one too.
No. Miserable. I'm hoping that comes out. It's like that's going to be the Quaxley of Scarlet Violet base.
Yeah.
No one likes Quaxley, and Quaxwell and Quaquaval look like nightmare fuel.
I think a lot of people like Quaquaval just because it's like it's a yes queen kind of Pokemon.
I guess. Who's your
daddy?
Go.
Who's yours?
I'm your daddy, bitch.
Oh wow! We got late night bronze on. Hell yeah!
Yeah. Dude, it's weird. It's like every now and then someone will ask me like, "You never curse?" I'm like, I curse all the time in real life. I'm just trying to keep my channel as like family friendly as possible.
Yeah.
No, somehow we ended up talking about balls the last stream we had, and it was like 20 minutes about. Just it was randomness. I don't know.
I'm proud of you for that.
But who's like your scary like the Pokemon you fear the most? Because like mine is Simisage. That thing looks hideous.
Interesting.
I am legit scared.
I don't know if I'd be scared of it, but I think the dumbest Pokemon in the history of all Pokemon is oh my God, I can't even think of the name of it right now. Oh my God, I can look at it. It looks like the alien from American Dad, and I can't get over it. Oh, what's the Pokemon? It's got a mushroom on top of its head. It's the dumbest fucking thing.
Root Bonnet?
No. Here it is. It's Shiinotic.
Oh, Shiinotic? Yeah.
It is the dumbest Pokemon in the world. I hate Shiinotic with the passion. I hate it. How bad he talked about an Angry Bird. Bronze real quick. They're on 7 from you because you shit talked the dog Pokemon.
How about this? You go on TCG Player, buy like 50 copies of Shiinotic at $3 a piece, and send them all into CGC.
Yeah. We'll have to have a bet. We'll have to do a bet where, we'll have to do a bet like one of us, if whoever loses, have to grade their most hated Pokemon. You have to grade which one do you say, Simi-Seer, Simi-Sage?
Simi-Sage, I think so. It's a blue one, whatever the blue one is. Simi-Poor,
Simi-Poor, yep. That thing is, that thing is cursed. You have to send Simi-Poor in, I have to send Shiinotic in.
Yeah, we'll have to find some cross-channel challenge to do.
Yeah, we should. Shiinotic, yep. Brout, Pompon, and Gekwa, yeah. I like, so the biggest thing, the problem with Pokemon is since, I would say Gen 7 was the last time I feel like I liked the Pokemon in the final evolutions. But I feel like Gen 8 and Gen 9, they just like demolished the starters. Like I love Gen 8 starters. I like the Gen 9 starters, but the final evolutions suck. I'm okay with Skeledirge, and Quaquaval has like grown on me a little bit, but I don't know. I definitely don't like Meowscarada. I think that's a dumb Pokemon, but
yeah, no, I agree. I mean, when you have guys like, Blastoise with giant water guns or Emboar, like Emboar's dope.
Yeah,
Embor looks
I'm
sick.
okay with Embor. I'm okay with
Embor
him.
gives me like Goblin King vibes from like Lord of the Rings. So he's just like, I'm a big fat fire pig and I destroy everything. But like Quackleval, like what do I? What do you, his SIR is washing dishes. I don't. That doesn't translate well to me, dude. Great.
I don't even know if I
battle.
knew that. I don't think I've ever even looked at his SIR. Wait, I gotta see this.
Yeah, like the Fuecoco line is cool because it's like they're shopping in the grocery store and he's all hungry and he looks like the Bubble Bobble character. And then like Sprigatito ends up turning into this like owl forest ninja. It's like, okay, cool. And then it's like, oh, Quackleval, let's clean dishes. Let's clean cups.
You know what's funny about this? Am I even showing my screen right now? What's funny about Quackleval in this? Quackleval looks like Falco in this picture.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
He kind of looks like Falco.
It's his stage 1 and stage 2 clean the dishes. He's proud of the job they did. He's like, look at me in this kitchen, not battling anything.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I didn't like the final evolutions.
Fingers.
It's grown on me a little bit, but when I first saw him, I was like, what? Even Skeledirge, I was like, a clown? A clown? Really? A clown? Like, I was just like, nah.
A clown?
Isn't that what he is?
No, it's like a giant fire. I look at it like a Godzilla kind of thing. Like he's like this mecha fire dragon.
I always thought he was supposed to be a clown because they're all supposed to be performers.
Possible. I never paid attention to that.
I saw like the fire looks like the clown hair to me, and then he's got like a thing on his nose. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought he was supposed to be a clown. I thought because Quackleval is a dancer, Meowscarada is like a magician, and then I thought he was supposed to be a clown. But I could be wrong with that.
Yeah, T-Tar's. That's T-Tar is what I was thinking. It's like Candy Skull, like
Candy Skull vibes.
You know,
interesting.
Because like the other two aren't clowns. One, they just like to eat a lot.
No, they're
like,
performers.
also,
they're all performers. Oh, you mean the pre-evolutions?
Yeah. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Fuecoco's amazing. The rest of Gen 9 starter line is mid. No, I agree. See, I like all three starters. Same with Gen 8. Like I like. I don't know if there's a. I don't know if there is a Pokemon line where the starters. I don't like the starters. I'm trying to think of a starter that I don't like. There's a lot of final evolutions that I don't like. Gen 5 is, in my opinion, the worst starters. But
wait, that's the black and white era, right?
Yeah, I really didn't like.
Nah, Tepig is cool.
No. Sorry, the final evolutions. I like Tepig. I like the first evolutions. But it's Edbor, which you did say that, and that's the best one of the three. What's the other two? Oh my gosh. The one of them is like my least favorite starter. Oh my god, Gen 5 starter final Evo.
Oshawott?
Yeah, well, no, it's not Gen 5. I like Oshawott. I'm thinking of something else then. No, I'm thinking of Gen 6. Sorry, I'm thinking of Gen 6. I got those mixed up. I actually like Gen 5. Samurot's good.
yeah.
Embor's good.
Yeah, this stupid squirrel thing with the hat.
Yeah. What is it? Breaks it?
You know
no,
what
that's
he
the
reminds
second
me
evolution.
of? You ever see Happy Tree Friends?
No.
I suggest you watch it at some point because it's
Happy
basically like
Tree
cuddly little
Friends.
cartoon characters that get murdered in like horrible, horrific ways.
That sounds amazing. That sounds so
My
relaxing.
favorite one is like this moose. Is this moose character, and he's like, "Oh, look at me, I'm a moose, and I'm chopping down a tree." And then the tree falls down on his leg, and he's like freaking out because now he's got this tree on his leg. So the whole episode is him trying to hack off his leg so he can get unpinned from the tree, and he finally ends up doing it, and then he realizes he cut off the wrong leg, so he's still stuck under the tree.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Yeah, they're the triple set: singing,
guy?
dancing, and acting. That's what I thought. Yeah, singing, dancing, and acting. So then, which one's singing and which one's dancing, or which one's acting? Quackleval's obviously the dancing. Is interesting.
I think maybe the Sprigatito's dancing because it's like prancing around because it's a little cat.
No, Quackleval's definitely the dancer. The animation is literally them dancing.
Oh, you're right. It's probably Skeledirge then.
Skeledirge is a singer. Interesting. Tree Friends went hard back in the day. Mr. Mime is the dumbest to me. I could see it. Mr. Mime's pretty creepy.
Mr. Mime was the creepiest, but once you saw Pokemon Go and saw like the way he was portrayed in that movie, it's like, okay, I'm a Mr. Mime fan now.
Oh yeah,
I'm on
you mean Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. I undermeant what you said. Also, Mr. Rhyme is dapper as fuck, so you can't really hate on him. But Gen 8 made Mr. Mime better. Signature move has a microphone. Which one? Skeledirge? Interesting. I did not know that. I love Mr. Mime so much. I don't mind Mr. Mime. I can see why people would find it to be weird, though.
I used him a lot in what's that? The Switch battle, the 5-on-5 game, Unite.
Oh yeah.
I love using him in Unite. I was really good with his mime wall, where you just like put up a wall, then you smack him into the wall, and then yeah.
I never played that much of that. I did play it a little bit because obviously I played League for so long. It is fun.
Just the Nintendo's online service sucks ass.
Yeah. Interesting.
So how many cards are you doing today? A couple hundred?
Well, I'm just sitting here chatting. I should be doing a couple hundred, but I guess you're reminding me I need to be uploading these to Card Uploader right now.
Oh, you do whatever you want. I just, I was really looking forward to a in-person scans to make them dance.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
Gotta hear that live.
Scans to make them dance.
Yeah.
I said that shit at work a couple of weeks ago. I was like, scans to make them dance. And they're like, what are you talking about? I said, nothing.
Don't worry about it.
You don't need to know.
Yeah. Dude, that if I've got somebody with something I'm saying stuck in their head during their workday, I've done my job. I'll have done my job. Jareth, have a good one, dude.
Making the jump to eBay, I want to run my thought process on how I'm going to handle things, and I would love to hear your input.
Yep. Terrible. Ruin it. Redo it all.
Thanks. I will do it all. I will go back to square one.
Yeah.
Basin just did a video today going a little more into depth on the direct stuff, and it's made me even more excited about it.
Yeah.
So my thought is, I kind of want to just do all my Magic on TCG Player, even if the fees are like 20% or more, just to churn and burn through it, and then like save all my bulk rares, like the 25, 50 cent ones and under, and throw those all on eBay. And then all my Pokemon would all be eBay. Whether it's high value, low value, just all of it on eBay.
Yeah, it's difficult because I just stick to one, so it's hard for me to say like what would be beneficial for you or not. I think you're onto something with the Magic stuff in regards to putting it on TCG Player just for pure velocity. Especially like I know you're doing a lot of the big box breaks, and that stuff, from what I understand, doesn't do well on eBay. Like you're better off doing all that stuff and listing it to TCG Player, especially since it'll make your money back much faster. But
yeah,
I would say that if you're going to do the whole, like, to me, in my opinion, if you're going to start doing like pricing and be like, okay, if this price, it's going to go here and this price is going to go there, I think it'd be better just because it's better, in my opinion, to have a wide variety of cards at different price ranges on both platforms. Like, I would just say, like, stick to one or the other. Like, if you're going to do everything Pokemon on eBay, just do everything. In my opinion, I think it makes more sense to do everything Pokemon on eBay and everything Magic on TCG Player. Just so you can keep track of it a lot easier, and you're not trying to do a little bit of here, there, and there, and try to, like, split up your inventory. But I could see it working, but to me, it just seems like if you don't have the lower end stuff to add to your TCG Player and you're only putting the higher end stuff, then you're missing out on those lower end sales. And vice versa on the eBay side, your stuff probably isn't going to move as well if you had the higher end stuff and lower end stuff on eBay. So it feels like it should be going one way or the other.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I just kind of wanted to hear someone else say it. Because honestly, like, and I've said this before, is I got so addicted to having a repricer on TCG Player that that's why I don't want to put anything of decent value on eBay.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be doing a video or two. I bought I don't know, it was probably like a $2,200 collection and like a $1,000 collection over the weekend, and there's decent stuff, but like I don't want to be putting like $20 or $30 cards on eBay and then the next day they're $40. But it's also like maybe I just need to really just be okay with knowing that whatever I put my price up, I know I have my margin in place, and then it is what it is. And if it goes up $10 and I lose that, then whatever.
Yeah, I think
Like,
it.
what is?
Yeah, I think you're on to. I think your latter point is, I guess, the way I see it. Like, to me, you're already going to get a premium on eBay, and for at least for Pokemon. I think you can do the same with Magic, but it's a little different. But with Pokemon, you're already getting that premium overall, and so the premium that you could be missing out on with getting a higher price on price with the price tool, like you're going to be getting, you'll win more often on eBay with Pokemon and get better profit margins overall than you will if you have a tool that helps you reprice cards that might spike on TCG Player. Because it's going to happen a lot more often where you sell a 25-cent card for $2 on eBay, like I do every single day, and you will as well once you get them listed, than you will, potentially having that card go up to $3 and you missing out on that. You know what I mean? So there's, to me, you're getting the premium already, so you're not going to really see it be much of a difference. You're not losing out on much compared to what you could be having.
That's fair. And there's also the argument too that I'm spending so much time worrying about it that I'm not making anything anyway. So like, I guess in the end, it's just as long as you always be listing, take your ABLs.
Yeah,
I should be. Do you mind if I answer a question of like a comment in your chat?
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually gonna do the same. T-Tar said that.
Sweet.
The end list and similar. I need to do that myself, T-Tar. I have
Yeah.
not done that recently, and I need to do that.
So King of Shape says, you guys pricing at $1.99 for with free shipping. I always do free shipping. I always do my shipping included because I'm not dealing with, calculating shipping. But I have, like with Magic, like bulk rares, I have different floors. So like for my regular rares, I would do $249. For mythics and then like borderless rares or like your specialty rares, I would do $299. And then like $349 for like your foil mythics and like kind of like the quote like rarer stuff like the odds per pull type thing. And I plan on doing the same thing with Pokemon. Like I don't want to go too low, but I was thinking like and I'd like to hear anybody's input on it, is I'm going to put commons and uncommons on there, $1.79, but I'm going to do like a like if you buy 4 or more, save like 40%, even 50%, just because I know it's bulk and I'm making a decent amount on it. If I can put a 50% and you buy 50 cards, like fine, you're buying 20 cards from me for that.
Right.
Reverses and hollows, probably $1.99 for hollows, and then like $2.49, $2.99 for reverses. EXs go up $2.99, $3.99. Cosmos is probably in that same range depending on what they are.
You might be hard pressed to sell a reverse hollow for $2.99. I mean, you're going to have slower sales that way. I mean, I have my floor. I definitely think that that's a good idea, especially when you're buying bulk, so you have the profit margin. Like, I don't want to put any of my EXs lower than $2.49 personally, but I don't think it's a bad idea. I think obviously you can play with the price, but I think you're onto something in that regard of like the lower end cards that you buy for a lower price. You price at a lower amount that it can just get more sales and hope to get those multi-quantity orders, and you don't care what it sells for because you're going to make the profit on it anyway. And then as you start to go, to me, I think $2.49 or $2.99 might be a little high on the reverse hollows, unless you're talking about like older reverse hollows, like Sun and Moon and older. Then that makes sense. Usually those will be worth more anyway. The way I do it, I mean, that's your floor. Do you have any pricing rules that you have in mind in regards to like this card is worth this much, so I'm going to list it for this much on eBay?
I haven't thought about it too much, but I thought about possibly just marking them up whatever my fee is. So if I have, like, I'm top rated, so if my fees are 12.7%, just mark it up 12.7%, or just mark it up like 10 or, because I don't know how you guys, do you do offers?
I don't turn on offers, no, but I will send out offers.
Okay. That's what I'm probably going to do then, is I'm probably going to because I was asking your Discord earlier, and I probably have to just go manually do it. Is when I upload a batch, I'm going to edit the whole batch to be no offers, set it at my price, and then mark the cards up 10 to 15% just to cover the fee. And then if I want to like have a weekend where I blow it out, just like, okay, 30% off everything under X.
Yeah. Yeah, you could. So the way I do it, the way I structure it, and it's less of like, I still think it's a good idea to like make sure when you pick up cards or like when you're listing, you can do the whole like, if it's this rarity, I'm going to do this price, or if it's this rare, I'm going to do this price.
Yeah.
The way I do it most of the time though, on my end, is like, if a card is worth less than 50 cents, it gets listed for $1.99. If it's between 50 cents and $1, it gets listed for $2.49. If it's worth $1.50 to $1, $1 to $1.50, $2.99, and kind of go up from there. Basically, I add like $2 to whatever it is, since that would cover shipping.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of how I usually do it, but I don't think it's a bad idea of going your route in regards to like your baseline of saying like, hey, these rarities this is my floor price, because I think that's actually a good way to go about it. And that's what I do with my EXs personally, just since I pay up for those. I pay 35 cents per EX. So, if I list it for $1.99 and it sells, I'm making like 15 cents, 16 cents after shipping and everything. So I'd rather make more. So I list at $2.49 to where I'm still making like, my rule with eBay is I never want to touch a card for less than 50 cents. I want, at the end of the day, to make 50 cents on my cards when I'm done. And I set my prices accordingly. That's why I never really go down below $1.99 unless I do offers. Because I just don't want to have to go pull out the card, put it in an envelope if I'm not making at least 50 cents on that. And then realistically, if you buy more than one, you make a lot more on it. But that's just my kind of like rule that I have for my brain, just to make sure I'm not going crazy. If you're missing out on fluctuating market, just price it above the market to catch some upswing. Yeah, that's true too. That's another thing with eBay. You can really price it quite a bit higher than the market, and it still sells. What up, Hectic?
Well, what would be the, I guess it might matter per card, but like what's the point of like, okay, that's too much, like 30%, 40%, or does it matter on the card?
I don't know. I don't know. It seems like I listed everything 30% above market when I listed the recent batch that I picked up, and they're still selling. There's just, and that's probably just because we're in this, bull market of all bull markets, but I don't know. I really don't know. I was like honestly trying to be like, how high can I really push this? And it seems like even at 30%, I was still getting sales. So I don't know. That's kind of something I'm trying to figure out what really is. And like what, obviously you don't want to go too far above, because then you're just slow selling at that point. But
true. Like
what's that number? What's that magic number? I think it's kind of one of those things you have to just test and figure out for yourself. But it doesn't seem to be, I definitely don't need to, I definitely know I don't need to price them at market, because they definitely sell above market. Let me catch up with my chat real quick. Change my discount from buy two, get one free to buy six, get $5 off. I'm hoping to see the increase more cheaper cards. Floor for Hollow Reverse is $219, $199 for non-hollow, all Pokemon, $169 floor. Interesting. I could see that working. Floor on Reverse Hollows for XY is $299, sell all day. Oh yeah, for XY stuff, 100%. Anyone in chat deal with restocking on eBay? I'm supporting a few indies, and as I get more product, easy way to update quantities. With restocking, what do you mean by that, Papa? Personally keep all my Cosmo Hollow cards, especially if they're stamped. Going to send off the cleanest copies with swirls to grading. That'd be a good idea. If I include shipping with no advertisement, after fees, my break even is $231 to price break even. Is that because I don't pay for a store? Shipping, if I include shipping with and no advertisement, after fees, my break even is $231 to price to break even. Is that because I don't pay for a store? Tim Reap, that seems really, really, really high for the fees. I don't know what's going on with your fees. If you're pricing at $231, I mean, $1.99, I'm still making 50 cents. So there's probably something else going on. I do a $2.99 floor at initial listing, reduce 10% if it doesn't sell in a month, and allow offers down to an absolute floor. And a buy two, get one for under $2.99. What's your absolute floor, Chase? After shipping and fees, I'm netting around 60 cents on eBay, but I'm not selling a whole lot of volume. Still growing with 2,200 cards listed, but only doing it for a month so far. That's pretty good. Jonas, welcome. You can have listings continue after selling out. I'd be something like TCG pricing, a CSV to update card quantities. You can have listings continue after selling out. Interesting. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, there's a setting for that. That's kind of what I was asking before, maybe a week or two ago, about like how easy it was for Card Uploader to add cards to existing listings. And you're like, I don't know if it's like the best or the worst. It's not like because ideally that would be the bomb diggity is you put that setting on, the listing doesn't expire when it hits 0. You do whatever you want on Card Uploader, and then after you combine all the listings and stuff, go bloop, check for existing listings, and then just have it update the quantity instead.
I don't know if that's possible with Card Uploader. I mean, obviously you can check eBay duplicates and see, and then manage your duplicates and do it both ways. But I don't know how that works in regards to that. I don't know. I've never messed with it. I'm new to the combining duplicates feature to begin with, so it's kind of.
I love it.
Yeah, it seems really legit. I mean, it works really well for the Magic stuff. So this is LP. Let's do.
When Chase was talking about the reduce the 10% after a month, is there a way to filter how long something has been listed, so that way you don't have to like go through every listing to find out how long?
Yeah, you can. You can like sort it by. I don't know if there's a way to be like, give me all the listings that I added in April. I don't think there's a way to do that, but you can just like go to your listings and sort by like recents, and then go through the listings that way, and go to your oldest listings. But I don't really know, because you'll want to relist your older inventory. I don't really know if there's a way. There might be. I don't know of a way to like look up what cards did I list in this month. I don't think there's a way to do that on eBay, but there might be. But what you can do is you can look at your inventory and see like, okay, like for mine, I have A1 through A70 right now. But before that, I was doing a different listing. So anything before that, I know I listed 3 months ago. So I know that those are older cards that are still sitting there. So I could go through and be like, all right, anything in these SKUs, I want to, anything in this SKU, I want to lower the price. And you can check on eBay, on your eBay uploads page, if you go and check like, okay, when were these listed? And you can check that way, and you can see what the SKU number is and go based off of that. So there's a roundabout way that I've done it, but I don't know if there's like a setting to where you can actually do it a lot easier than I do it.
Yeah, it's funny that because I'm so like close to like getting consistent with it, I'm already having these. I'm having this. Listen, to anyone listening, and you guys know I have no problem sharing my emotions with stuff. Even with the small and tiny amount of success I've had doing this, knowing that I'm going to be starting eBay and doing it seriously, I have the same nerves that anybody else does. Is I'm going to list several hundred cards and I'm not going to get a fucking sale. I already know it. And that's so stupid, because it's still with the little lingering inventory I have. I had like 5 cards sell today. I'm like, nope, I'm going to blow this up and it's going to be miserable. And I know in 2 or 3 weeks, someone's going to order like there's going to be a $50 order of like 20 cards. And I'm going to be like, gosh darn it works. And then I have to go back on everything I said. Oh, not actually go back, but like, I don't know. It's just so easy to get in your own head about stuff. And it's just, just got to pull the trigger. So we're going to do it. And I know once I see those things moving, it's going to incentivize me more to like list even more faster. Do they penalize for like listing 1,000 cards in a day if you can get to 1,000 cards in a day? Or like if I want to spend a whole day off and just pound it out, just kill a whole row of a 5-row?
No, I think that eBay doesn't care what you really do in regards to. I think I've said it before. I don't think you need to necessarily list every day, but I think it helps. But I think bigger thing is eBay just wants consistently. Same with YouTube. Like YouTube likes consistency. But it doesn't. I don't think YouTube punishes you as hard for inconsistency as much as eBay does. But I think the biggest thing is like if you do 1,000 cards a day or 1,000 cards a week and you do it all in one day. If you do it like once a week, that's fine. I think it'd be better to schedule out those listings. But I think that if it's going to be the difference between I won't list anything because I can't do it all in one sitting, or I can do it all in one sitting and it'll make my brain happy. Like I would say just do whatever is going to convince you to stay consistent and care less about what eBay thinks about the algorithm, because I think it's more important that you stay consistent than eBay consistently showing your listings. Because I think eBay
I saw that
will
it
show
has. I saw that it has that scheduling thing that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using that so bad. So it's like the goal is going to be to spend 2 or 3 hours on a weekend and just hammer out as many cards as possible, and then just schedule them out like every 15 minutes for a whole week.
Yeah.
And then anything else I can list during the week will just be bonus. Because I'm not going to lie, most of the reason I only sort when I'm streaming is because I know I make mistakes on the other stuff if I'm not focusing.
Right.
So that's why I try to save all that type of the listing and the scan and identifying stuff for when I am not doing anything else, because I know it's going to be an issue. But
as I'm doing this here, I'm like, I feel like I'm making mistakes. So I feel that.
Yeah, but it's after seeing how scan identify works and how easy it is to, brother, it blows my mind that scan and identify is as crap as it is, and seeing how this thing works for basically pennies.
Yeah, it is really interesting. I heard you mention that in your video today, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I see. So the difference between the two is scan and identify it can scan through thousands of cards within literally like minutes, whereas if you scan, if I scan 5,000 cards into TCG Scan and Identify, it can get me the results back within, 5 minutes. Card Uploader would take all night. Like it just would. Like it would take at least a few hours. So,
but what I would say to combat that is the amount of time. So obviously Magic is different because Magic and Scan and Identify is like chef's kiss.
Right.
But specifically for Pokemon, the amount of time that you save not having to reselect 100 cards, which is not fast.
Right, for sure.
You spend half that time waiting for Card Uploader to do its thing, and then it's just like I literally had to change like 5 cards. It's
right,
okay, well,
right.
This is just worth it at that point.
Yeah, it is interesting to see. I'll be really interested to see how the Sifter does, especially with Pokemon, and see if they have any upgrades to this. Let me catch up with chat again. You can continue listening after selling something like TCG Player, just update quantities. Okay, I'm assuming doing this and sale similar is counting as generating new listings for the algorithm. In theory, everyone kind of like, it's kind of one of those things where like, does it help? Does it not help? It seems to help. Like anecdotally, forget it. From people's experience, it seems to be the case. And mine as well. But, it's one of those things like, does it actually help? I don't know. I don't know if anyone has any actual data on it. Oh my God, you scared the hell out of me. Are you done?
Yeah, I got to end early.
Nice.
It feels like downstairs.
Hi, Mrs. Phantom.
It's, Bronze God says hello. It's because I closed the vents.
Here.
So probably, no, down there. So it probably sounds like it's going real bad.
Okay.
Is that what you're hearing the air going?
Yeah.
It's because I closed the vents.
It just feels like cold too.
It's because it's it's probably because I have it 65, so you can put it up if you need to. It was just really hot up here today, and I was like, oh my God. And so I opened these vents and then closed them downstairs.
Okay. Just making sure it wasn't being funny.
Yeah, no, you're good. It was me. Anyway, sorry. What up, Jonas? I think I said what up. I had a $2 card sold and I owed 31 cents. Yeah, Tim, I'm not sure. I'd have to see your breakdown. That shouldn't be the case. Confusing and annoying. Yeah, and it probably depends on if you're in the UK, because I think UK's eBay works way differently. How do you get Card Uploader to manage your inventory? Is there a setting somewhere I'm missing? Yeah, there's a setting in settings, I think. Is it account settings? No, it's in configuration. If you go to configuration, you go down and it is Card Uploader Managed Inventory. It's this right here. So you have to do this, and then you can go through the inventory and orders, and they can do all of that. So that is how you get them to work with that. So it doesn't seem right. Are you using PW? Dude, I had to say thank you for all the help you've given me. You helped me out. Get an F-ton to get my store to where it's gotten so far, 3,000 cards and counting, but sales are finally starting to catch heat on Discord. Help ton. That's awesome, Hectic. How are the sales doing?
Yeah, that's dope.
Customized table, start date, sort by whichever way so is oldest first. Yeah. I like scheduling listings so I don't have to worry about during the week. Yeah. Honestly, I probably should do that more often than I do. I think the eBay algo is really picking up on my stuff now that I've been listing daily, getting the scanner. Just had my biggest weekend ever, so I think ABL, yeah. I think the biggest thing with eBay is just consistency for sure. And a lot of people always, that's why when people are like, oh, what should I do for my eBay store? I'm like, just list. Like, don't overthink it. Just list the cards. I've done it. Like, I'm not saying like I've not overthought it. I've overthought the hell out of eBay. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, when I list more cards, I get more sales. And that's basically it.
Correlation leads to the causation of the correlation that it was caused.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I read it in a book somewhere. Which is a lie. I can't tell you the last time I read a book.
Honestly, me neither, which is sad. The last time I read a book was a Warhammer 40K book. So.
Do you remember the Ronald Dahl classic, The BFG?
Did you just speak English?
Yes.
I don't even know what you just said.
Ronald Dahl is like a famed children's author, and he had a book called The BFG, which stood for Big Friendly Giant, and it was a story about how this land of giants comes and steal orphans out of like little windows. It's a good book. It's fun. It's a fun story. Anyway, I did my book report in school from 2nd grade all the way to 12th grade. And in 12th grade, when I did it, I got an F, and my teacher said, listen, I know what this book is. It is not a 12th grade book. So you have two options. You get an F, or you read this and do your book report on this. And he handed me Harry Potter, the second book.
In 12th grade, you got a Harry Potter book to read?
Yeah, and I was so mad. And I was like, this is so stupid, this dumb, stupid book. And then I read the thing in a day, and I was like, oh, okay.
It's funny because Harry Potter like rolled, yeah. Isn't Harry Potter like supposed to be like relatively like elementary, middle school level reading?
Sir, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to insult my intelligence to my face?
I'm not. I'm trying to wonder why your teacher gave you a middle school book for your 12th grade.
Maybe it is mid, but this story has guys with faces on the back of their heads. That's intense stuff.
No. I'm not saying it wasn't a good story. I'm just saying I was surprised that your 12th grade teacher, maybe she was setting some expectations when
You sound a lot like the guy in your comments that always hounds you for not starting from zero.
Yeah.
That's what you sound like right now. And I think I know who it is because I'm starting to get the same guy come by me. Every time I post a video, it's, you fucking asshole. You jerk. It's like, what the hell did I do?
Yeah.
What, I'm behind on what I want to do for like a day?
Yeah.
Fat idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Yeah, dude, I understand.
And finally, people are starting to defend it, and it's not defend it, but like, bro, why are you such a jerk all the time? It's like, thank you. That's enough for me.
I have one guy. I won't say who it is, but I bet if I said the name, I bet he's on your channel too. Don't say a name, but
No.
I'll have to message you the name later. But this guy comments. I'm not kidding. I think he comments on all my videos, and he hates me. And I'm like, brother, why are you? And he watches to the end. Like, he'll comment on things that are at the end of the video. I'm like, brother, why are you watching me? You hate me, and that's fine. Just don't watch me. And I see him in other people's comments too, and he's hateful in everyone's comment section. Like, I saw him in Mason's video today. I'm like, bro, this guy's everywhere.
It's the same guy.
I bet I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. It's, brother, I mean, T-Tar collects, right? That's him?
Yeah.
All the time. You're the best. Oh, I love your stuff. Like, really, T-Tar, get out of here, bro.
Yeah,
like,
classic. Yeah,
we're trying to have a positive place, and you're giving us positive affirmations all the time. Get out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
Come on. No, it's the same guy. It's,
100%.
Makes you feel even better now. So it's like, okay, this is just a grumpy gremlin.
You know what's funny, actually? Speaking of negative comments, yesterday I was surprised. I will give you props for those. I don't mean to indulge too much of our conversations that aren't live, but you were nice enough after yesterday's video to reach out to me like, hey, if you want to talk, we can. I'm like, that's very nice of you. That's very sweet of you. And I was like, yes, let's do it. and then I was like, we still should talk off stream.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I made that video yesterday, and I really wasn't feeling down when I made that video, and it's clearly I didn't do a good enough job with explaining myself in that video, because I did get a lot of comments of people being like, "Hey, I'm really sorry you're feeling down," and like really like feeling like I was negative, and I was like, that was not my intention with that video. Like, I didn't feel that way, but I must have clearly communicated that way in the video. And so I did have, I appreciate you reaching out and looking out for me. That was very sweet. But I was not in a negative space. I was just more so like, yeah, the views are down. Like, that kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. And people were like, it's okay, you're great content. I'm like, oh, thank you. That's not what I was looking for. I wasn't trying to get some affirmations, but that's very sweet of all of you. So the people were really nice.
I definitely know what you mean. Because even that in my regular work, because I always try to be as upbeat as possible, you're always so high energy and just like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like,
no.
You are off to the races all the time. So when you go from a 10 to like a normal person's 7, it's like, oh my God, even when you were sick, you were like more energetic than most people. So like whenever, it's like whatever threshold you set and then you go below that, automatically it's just like fearing the worst.
Yeah. I could see that, because it's funny that you say that, because I was talking to my wife last night and I was telling her about that. I was like, it's kind of crazy. I feel like there was people kind of like really took that video and saw it in a light that I really wasn't expecting to have given off. Like, that wasn't the energy I was trying to come at with. It was probably because I usually stream in the mornings too. I don't know, I was just driving and just kind of like chatting. So yeah, my set, like I normally am like really, really high energy, which this is who I am. But sometimes I'm not always that high of energy. And so I was just trying to just kind of be like, hey, I was kind of stressed at a show and I wanted to let you guys know. Because I do always say, like, I want to show the ups and downs of running a TCG business, and I don't want to just show the good things. I want to show, but it wasn't even like a bad day. I was like, I'm chilling. I'm going to get some donuts for Elise. We're going to chill today. Like, I was having a great day. And then I just thought that was funny when I uploaded the video. I was like, oh, I clearly didn't come across that way.
What's your favorite donut?
Just glazed. Classic. Classic glazed. Classic glazed. I'm basic.
That's it?
I'm basic, yeah. I don't like anything filled. The most I do, the wildest
that's a lie. That is, we all
chill
know.
with family stream.
We all know. What you want filled is those 5 rows full of Pokemon
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we know. Yep, what good save. Yep, I like it. Now, the most I do on my donut is chocolate icing with sprinkles. That's about as far as I go. What is your favorite donut?
Anything strawberry iced. I'm a big strawberry fan.
Interesting. I like strawberry candy stuff. I don't like, and strawberries. I love strawberries, but I don't like strawberry flavored things like donuts and icing and stuff. I'm not a fan. I'm kind of picky. I'm a picky eater.
Oh, me too. I'm a picky and I'm a plain Jane. When I order something, it's like I just want meat, cheese, bacon. Put everything else on the side, and I'll eat it if I decide I want to.
Yeah, that's fair.
What do you want your sub? Meat, bread, cheese, a little bit of lettuce. That's it? Yes. No oil and vinegar? No. Mayonnaise? Get that out of here. I almost swore off eating eggs. I almost swore off eating eggs when I found out that was 1/2 of the ingredient list of mayonnaise.
Of eggs?
Yeah, it's eggs and oil, and then you just like emulsify it, and then you have mayonnaise. It's literally it.
Interesting. Mayonnaise is disgusting. I will agree with you on that. I think mayonnaise is so nasty. Pull them up now and you'll see. So it sells. People hunt the MTG auctions. What do you mean by that? I watch you because of you. Honestly, I sell mostly MTG, but your content is great. I appreciate it, Shane. I appreciate it. Has anyone here had eBay success selling MTG lots? Oh, I got it. Bulk rares. I've heard really, really good things about making like lots for that. I know Rob sells like a shit ton of
oh yeah.
Jesus. Lots is the word I'm looking for. Speaking of which, oh my God, dude, your video today, I don't know if you caught it. I didn't get it. So I watch most of my videos on my other YouTube account. So I often forget to comment on people's videos, but I'm watching most people's videos. And I meant to comment on your video. You said you were trying to say Cosmo Hollow promo, and you said Cosmo Homo promo, and I was dying laughing. I literally rewinded it like 3 times. I was cracking up.
Yeah, I edited it and I was like, "That's staying in.
Yeah.
I don't care."
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was like, this is hilarious. I meant to ping it. I was gonna ping the I wanted to comment and ping the timestamp of it because I was cracking up.
Hey man, you want some Cosmo Homo promo?
I do want a Cosmo Homo promo. I'd be fine with that.
That's great. Yeah, I was actually last night. I have a friend of mine who's like very in how to do like Discord and stuff. Like he's helping me set up my Discord, so I'll have that up soon.
Yeah.
So as he was doing that, I was editing at the same time, and it was like 12:30, and I was just like, thankfully, the type of stuff we film doesn't take too much editing to do without with the exception of unboxings and stuff. So I heard it, I laughed internally, and I was like, no one noticed that. I flub half the words I say anyway. And then literally less than 24 hours later.
Yeah. I always, trust me, there's plenty of mistakes that I keep it. I didn't think anything of it, but I just thought it was funny. I was like, that's a great mistake to have made. It was just funny, but I do that all the time.
Surprised our friend didn't tell me that I was a hater of the other
the gays.
lifestyles.
Yes, you hate the gays, you piece of shit. I knew it. You heard it here first, y'all. Bronze God is an LGBT foe. Famous for being a foe.
Yeah.
It's this close to June. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. I'm disappointed in you.
What's June?
Goodness. He is a foe, y'all. He's a foe. We got him. We nailed him. What's June?
What holiday is June?
What holiday? The gays. It's the gay holiday. He doesn't know. It's LGBTQ month. It's awareness.
Juneteenth?
No. No. No, that's not Juneteenth. No, you're getting your holidays mixed up. You're getting your oppressed groups mixed up.
I'll just stick to bulk then.
Yeah,
okay.
That's fair.
The only bulk holiday I need to know is Cyber Weekend.
Yeah,
that's my holiday.
That's the only holiday you need. Yeah. Speaking of which, you were talking about that and wanting to build back up for the Black Friday. You think you're going to miss out on the mayhem a bit?
No, I'll have so I was gonna work while I did this, but I do this thing. I don't know if your software does it. If I forget to close out PaperStream when I put my computer to sleep, I then have to restart my computer in order for it to be able to launch. So I went to go open PaperStream, and it was like, nope, I can't because you're dumb. So then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not doing that tonight. But the tentative goal is blow up everything tonight, and then start listing tomorrow. And then
you haven't blown up your inventory already?
It's been hidden this whole time. Which, to put it out there for direct, I haven't listed a card in probably a month, and I have pending payments of $200 to $300 for the last 3 weeks.
I gotcha.
It's just direct kind of held the boat from there. But yeah, so I'm gonna actually officially blow it up tonight, and then I'm going to start relisting all of the bulk that I already had for Magic. And I need to go through it because the issue I was doing, and this is where I was getting myself in trouble, is I was listing the regular copy, then immediately behind it, the foil copies of it. So I would have fling, then foil flings behind it. And all the time I was picking the wrong version. So especially with direct, I have to have all my regular commons and uncommons in one section, all my borderless cards in one section, all my foil cards in one section, and have those all sorted in direct order. And direct order is when you go on TCG Player and you do the filter for the sets. Yeah, that is the direct set order.
Right.
So
it's by release.
That's why it's exactly. Well, it's not by set release. It's just because commander decks are all grouped in the C's.
Yep. I remember doing this. It was terrible.
That's why it's taken so long to kind of get the table set. But once I get the table set, I'll be able to get all that other stuff listed. But then I have all this. I have like 20 boxes of Foundation Jumpstart coming. Like I'll have all that stuff listed by that time.
Right.
I had a lot of this. I might, even though I said I was going to do mostly Pokemon on eBay. There's some decent like $5 to $10 stuff that I might throw on there for the weekend too, just to kind of get my money back as fast as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a good rest of the year, I think. Even though I want to get to $100,000, if I can get to $50,000 in sales, going as hard as I am going to plan on doing with eBay, because I know I've thumbed through that box a little bit, dude. But there's so many dumb cards in there that I'm just like, man, I've been sitting on these for way too long.
Well, what's good about those is they probably went up. So you've been sitting on them, but they're probably higher value now. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, if you get those things listed and you start going hard on eBay, that's, to me, this is the way I see eBay TCG Player, or at least how I've envisioned. I think both of them obviously have their place. I know you're more of a TCG guy, sure. But I think in regards to sales numbers, like pure sales numbers, I think it's harder to get $100,000 worth of sales on TCG Player than it is on eBay. I think eBay is way easier to get to $100,000 in sales. And that's why I started looking more into that eBay side of like, if I really wanted this to be a full-time thing, I don't think TCG Player would be the way to get me there. At least. I
would have to be honest that when TJ did a video a while back where he's talking about like priorities, and it's saying that I can't, it's not my priority, and just reframing that in my mind. It wasn't a priority for me to do eBay because of how fast I was able to list things on TCG Player. But now that barrier is gone, the more and more I'm going to be using Card Uploader.
Yep.
The only barrier left was card repricing, and the only way to fix that is, even if I don't do the higher stuff, because the original plan was $4.99 or less cards go on eBay. That way, if something gets repriced, I don't care.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, I've talked to you and others enough to where it's like, if I know where my margin is, I'm just going to set it, forget it. It'll sell eventually, and then, because in my mind, the catastrophization, if that's a word I would do, is, oh, I'm going to have to go in there and reprice this, and I want to go do this, and I'm going to spend all this time with upkeep. But in the end, it's like, it's probably such a minuscule amount of time that I'm making it out to be, where I could have probably already listed 1,000 cards and sold through 1% of them in the time I was whining and complaining.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like I said, you'll the money you would lose on a potential card spiking, you won't even think about it. Like once you start listing this stuff, like I don't think about what a card's market price is and if it spiked. And I think the Dunsparce went up. That Dunsparce reverse hollow went up to like $2 or something like that. And I had them listed for $2, but they were $2 market price on TCG Player. So like, yeah, they sold really quickly overnight, basically when they spiked for me. And I was just like, oh, I didn't have many. I think I had like 2 listed. So it was just like, oh, okay. So I didn't even realize it until somebody pointed it out. Like, oh, this Dunsparce is actually a really good card. It's actually really valuable. And I was like, oh, okay. That's why I got those sales. That makes sense. And it's like they also bought other cards with that Dunsparce. They didn't just buy that Dunsparce. So it was just like I sold a bunch of 25-cent cards with the $2 card that spiked, and I got $6 for a sale that I would have gotten $2.50 for on TCG Player. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of one of those things where, like, again, even when it did spike, I still got the benefit, and I get the benefit every day on that end.
Yeah, that's solid. That's some solid advice right there. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It especially, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even though it takes 2 weeks to get paid on TCG Player, knowing that I was going to be able to just liquidate it and get it, like knowing that the definite money was coming in 2 weeks, and not knowing if money would be coming the next day on eBay with at least what I was doing before with all the bulk, that also made me gravitate towards TCG Player. But now that, and again, I'm not using it as a braggy thing, but it's crazy how having just a tiny little bit of money in the bank relinquishes 90% of your worries. It's like, I don't have a lot, but it's there. I don't have to worry about instantly flipping something. And now it's like, okay, I can be a little more patient. be a little more whatever. And now this is where like that's just another aspect of my eBay reservations is going to be, quelled because I don't have to worry about that stuff anymore because I'll be able to do smarter things now that I've, done a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, eBay, you could get it to where you can get paid the day you get the sales.
I'm there. Yeah,
okay. I didn't know. Yeah. I actually
Maybe
tell
it's
eBay
next
not
day.
to pay me as often. I think it's next day. Yeah. I think I have eBay paying me once a week because I was like, I just don't need that many deposits to keep track of. So I just do it once a week. But,
You keep track of deposits? That seems irrational.
when I do my taxes at the end of the year, I try to make sure my numbers aren't off. So I go through my deposits. Typically in the past, though, I wasn't really doing this kind of stuff. It was like my deposits were like 3 or 4 times a month, not like not daily or anything like that because that's a lot. So it would probably change for this year, but we'll see.
So when you say do taxes, what do you mean?
I don't do my own taxes. I have a tax guy. Like I have he's a family friend and he's a fucking genius. And I just give him my stuff, but I have to like get it all together and like, here's my expenses, here's my profits, here's my whatever, and here's my write-offs. And then he'll call me like, hey, have you thought about this for the write-off? Have you thought about this? Have you done this? Have you, and like help me, like coach me through all that to figure out
Gotcha.
like where I can save money. And I mean, I think my company last year profited a decent amount, but I still got a refund, which I was like, what the hell? That's crazy. So he made his money back.
Not doing your taxes at all is bad.
Actually, I think that's what you should do. This is tax advice, and I am a professional. And you should definitely. That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm joking, YouTube. I'm joking. Please do your taxes. That's a joke. But no.
Yeah, I forgot. I definitely forgot to do them. So I'm actually doing them this weekend. But
Oh, really? Like you aren't
honestly,
joking about that?
I'm not joking about that. This is the first year I've ever missed the deadline, and I did it partially because I thought that you had to have your expenses with you when you filed, and that they were more just for if you get audited. So I've been spending like the last week kind of like getting a ballpark of what I spent and then catching up for this year. So that way I'm on track for the rest of the year because I definitely wasn't tracking anything.
Interesting. So then, are you having somebody do your taxes?
H&R Block.
You should for this next year. Obviously, just get whatever you need to figure out. What happens when you're late? Do they just pay like a late fee or something?
Yeah, it's like I've never been late, but from what I researched, it's not a lot.
No, I think it's like a couple $100, if that.
I think it's based off of what your return is or
Oh,
how much
okay.
you get paid. So
Yeah.
it's like not going to be.
Yeah. But I would say look for specifically a business tax professional for this next year. I would even like look into it before the end of the year so they can kind of help you figure out some things. Because if you can find someone that's good at business taxes, they will literally save you thousands of dollars. It's actually
How expensive
insane.
are they? Like,
let me check
They charge
how
like
much
a
I
lawyer
paid.
where it's like $100 an hour or something.
No.
ridiculous?
I mean, it is a family friend, so I don't know. He just charged me for the actual. I don't know, to be honest
so
with you.
you won't tell us your sources for selling bulk, and you won't tell us your sources for doing taxes.
I
What
don't
are you
think
good for, dude?
he's retired
God.
and would probably not want to be doing some random card people's. Not that you are, but if I gave everyone my
was
tax
gonna say,
guy,
no.
I think he might.
I'm not some random dude. I'm the bronze god. Baby.
You're right. Let me see how much I
bronze
paid
guy.
him.
Tree fitty?
I think it was 300. Let me see. No, it was 250. I paid him 250.
Yeah, Shiny. That's the good thing about this apartment is that I literally use of all the square footage of my apartment, 60% of it, 70% of it is all cards. So I pay like $1,800 a month. So that's an easy
Yep.
$1,100 or $1,200 I got to take right off the top.
Yep.
So
All the important questions. You'll pay around 250, 400. Yeah. Yeah, that's about what I've seen too. Yeah, Shane. 250
I'm
on the low
assuming
end.
you're
but,
saying
you
you
know.
have to get it now because so many people at the end of the year are going to be like, I need a tax professional.
No,
blah, blah, blah,
no,
blah,
more so because by the end of the year you won't be able to spend money, because it's the end of the year. So like December 31st, like if you need like, this is not tax advice. Please go speak to a tax professional. Both you, Bronze God, and my stream. More importantly,
Yes, sir.
only because I literally made it a rule in my Discord that you can't talk about taxes. The amount of bad tax advice that was been given, both in my comment section and on my Discord, was driving me nuts. I'm like, oh my God, please don't think you can just spend money on inventory and that
Phase
inventory
1,
is an
buy
asset.
cards.
Yeah,
Phase 2, question mark.
Yeah.
Phase 3,
profit. But no, you can like go buy, like if you need a new computer or you need like certain things that you can go spend money on to bring your taxable income down, you can do that at the end of the year.
Sure.
So that's why I'm saying talk to them before the end of the year. So if you do need to spend money and they, you know, and it's something that you do think you could use, you know, obviously don't go buy a computer so you can save $200 on taxes and spend $2,000 on a computer, you know, but you know, kind of play it by that. But it's really good to talk to a tax professional. If they're good at their job, they will save you literally thousands. It's crazy.
Solid non-tax advice. I will do that.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Tell me you have 6,000 people who want to get their Pokemon business taxes done and they'll send them their way for a small finder's fee. I think he would rather give me money to not bring him 6,000 people than give me money to bring him 6,000. He is retired, does a few people's business taxes. He was my dad's accountant for 30 years, so.
You know, this scenario you're laying out is exactly how the mafia works. Yeah. If he doesn't want to do something, we go to him saying that, that we shook you down for the information,
there you go,
and then he has to pay all of us protection money to not have to do our taxes.
There it is.
But then the bad thing is he's going to come after you, and you're probably going to have your house set on fire.
I like this chain of events.
Which we don't want.
Nah, we'll see. It's insured. That's my dad always says.
It's money laundering and insurance fraud in there. Now
just add it in. Yeah, it is. Just keep adding to
thing.
it. Yeah. my inventory isn't insured, so that would be down the drain, unfortunately. I just buy the small business version of TurboTax and follow the step by step. You can do that, but again, a tax professional will save you more money. Unless you know unless you know a lot about taxes, mortgage, rent, insurance, car payment, subscription, especially being 1099. Yep, as a 1099, you can get away with a lot of write-offs for all your purchases. Yep. Also, gas to buy collections. There's so much stuff you can write off. Yep. Getting on my ABL, Cipher, good, nice. It's not difficult to do your own taxes. I'm not saying it's not difficult, but what I am saying is a tax professional will do them better. Like, if you don't know, if you aren't a tax professional and you like didn't go to school for taxes, specifically like business taxes, you would be so surprised at how much you could save by talking to a tax professional.
Learned from well, I think his name is Michael Gary Scott, that if I were to employ 3 people to,
I know what you're about to say.
and then
I know
they
exactly.
got 3 more people, then I would not have to worry about taxes because I'd be making so much money.
Oh, they're gonna say the one where he's like, if we hire Cirque du Soleil as salaried employees, will that help us at our year-end taxes? Oh, good old office. Run that as a task expense. Use percentage of usage. Yeah. Separate bank account, separate cards, make it way easier. Yes, I did that really early on, which was so much better.
That's part of the reason why I was picking August as my point to actually start a business, because I have too much stuff. Like, you know, I mean, I think everyone here does this: is they have 2 or 3 cards and they'll pay off one and then they'll use another, and then if you're short on cash, then you go into another account. And I want to make sure everything is zeroed out by the time my birthday comes. So that way, I can be like, okay, everything's separate. I have X dollars in this account, which is my business account. Now, this money does not touch anything else but these credit cards and whatever.
Yeah.
To make that easy. Because, yeah, I'm having to go through, like, PayPal to, like, you know, oh, I transferred money here. Was that me transferring money out of this account to pay for a bill, or was that me transferring to make a payment for something? So it's not, like, the hardest thing. So I'm trying to do, like, every week that goes by, I do 2 weeks worth of research. So that way, over, like, 2 months, I get it all taken care of. The bad part about that is I've done 0 weeks so far, and I meant to do that starting a month ago. So, yeah.
You got it. You got it.
Procrastination at its finest.
Yeah, I feel that. Trust me. I definitely feel that. I'm definitely a big procrastinator. I need to get.
What's your biggest?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was off topic. What was my biggest?
What's your biggest eBay sale so far?
That's a good question. I don't know. Let me see if I can find that.
That's anticlimactic.
How do I find that? I can check my biggest listing, but date paid, total, maybe total. Yeah.
Antimix Bronze God, love this anime. No E. No, I'm joking. Although I'm not. No E.
You know what's
Yeah,
crazy? Speaking of that, I don't know your actual first name.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. We were just talking about the Mafia. It's an Italian name.
Oh God. Is it in the Mafia?
It is a Mafia name, and it is a trainer in Pokemon.
Oh God. Well, now I can't think of a Mafia name. I can't think of any Italian names. Tony.
I'll give you this.
Tony.
No. But the whole like Tony Pauly is like true. No, Giovanni's a good one, but no.
Oh
it's,
Giovanni.
It's a slender, possibly femboy
Someone said Christopher.
trainer.
A femboy
Twilight
trainer. What the
Twilight
hell?
Masquerade.
Where has this trainer been in my life? Cynthia? Misty? Brunio?
I think it's Twilight Masquerade is when it came out.
Twilight Masquerade.
Trainer
Hardly know her. Brock.
Carmine.
Your name's Carmine? No.
My name is Carmine.
No, it
Yes,
is
sir.
not.
Better believe it.
Is it actually?
It is. My name is Carmine. Yes.
Do you go
is
by
amazing
Carmine?
Name. Oh yeah. What should I go by? Steve? What, you fucking hate my name, you jerk?
No, I was gonna say it's a fucking awesome ass name.
God.
I don't know any Carmines. That's a sick ass
Dagger
name.
through the heart. The hell is that? That is the worst string of 7 letters in a row I've ever heard in my GD life. Get out of here, loser.
I just never heard anyone's name is Carmine. That's a
Yeah.
sick ass name. I thought you're trolling
my
me.
dad, his dad. I think I'm like the 5th Carmine.
That's a sick ass name. I didn't even know that's
And-
Italian. I had no idea Carmine was Italian.
Oh yeah. Hey, Carmine.
I
Hey.
could see it. I could see it.
Gabagool! Hey! No, we me, my dad, my grandfather, my great grandfather,
Giuseppe.
and my great grandfather, all named Carmine, and 4 of the 5 of us were all born on August 5th, which is crazy.
You just cut out on mine. What'd you say? All 4 of a what?
We were all of all my between me, my dad, and my like 2 or 3 grandfather, or great grandfather, or whatever. We were all named Carmine, and we were all born on August 5th,
Damn, that's wild.
which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all
Not
got
as
some good
crazy as
planning.
having a crappy name. I'm going to change it now.
Yeah.
I'm going to make that a donation goal. I'm going to do a 12-hour stream,
Yes.
and the donation goal is going to be change my name legally.
Yep.
And then we can find out what some crazy ideas.
We heard Giuseppe. That's a good one. We got to keep it in
Giuseppe's
Italian.
Yeah.
No, Carmine's a sick ass name. I thought you were trolling. That's a sick ass name.
I
I've
have
never,
so many-
I've never heard that.
Uncle Paulie's,
Uncle
Vincent,
Paulie's.
Paulie Vincent. Yeah.
Do you have a big family?
Reasonably. I don't talk to a lot of them because like my mom's side of the family lives up north where I used to live, and then all my cousins and stuff down here. On my dad's side, it's like an Italian family. I got like 9 cousins. He's got like 6 or 7 brothers and sisters, but they all live like I live in Central Florida, so like I
What part of
can
Central
walk
Florida?
out Cocoa Titusville, so I can like if I walk out my balcony on my apartment and look left, I can see the space shuttle going off.
Oh, damn.
So like when the big one that went off like a month or 2 ago, it was like literally like 15 miles right there, and it's just like Gattaca. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Gattaca, but it's like that. You just walk
haven't.
outside, it's like, oh, there's a rocket. Very good movie.
Gattaca.
I recommend it. It's got Ethan Hawke, and it's like In the movie, they map the human genome so that way they can like have a baby and be like, oh, I want to have blue eyes and not be dumb and this, that, the other. So this family has two babies.
toxic.
One is like naturally born and has like this heart defect, and one is like this perfect human specimen. The one that has the health defect wants to go to space, but they won't let him go to space because he's got this defect. So then he ends up going through this black market like DNA gene dealer to where he basically helps facilitate finding someone and like selling their DNA and their identity to the person wanting it. So they facilitate him getting with this ex-Olympic swimmer, and then like the guy gets murdered. So then they have to keep up the ruse of all this stuff behind the scenes as he tries to make his way through this company to like be into space. And it's really interesting. It's very good.
Interesting. I'll check it out.
Yeah, and Uma Thurman's in it, and she's, you know, talented.
I only asked Central Florida because my parents have a place in Sebring. I don't know how far that's from you.
Probably like an hour and a half.
North or south of you? I'm trying to think of.
Yes.
How far are you from Orlando?
I am 30 minutes east of Orlando.
Okay, so yeah, you're like an hour and a half north of them.
Oh, it's almost like I just said that. First, my name's not good enough, and then my answers
You
to
didn't
your
know which
questions aren't good
direction.
enough.
You didn't know which direction. You said you didn't
Sir,
know
I
north or
answered-
south.
I answered yes. I strictly remember
That's
saying
fair.
yes.
That is fair. That is fair. Yeah, my parents have a place in Sebring, and we go there every Christmas time. Usually is around that time we take a week. So maybe we'll have to. Do you golf?
I golfed once, and
Good
I
enough.
was the guy that said, hey, this isn't as hard as it looks. It should be easy to play golf. So I spent 2.5 hours slamming the golf club head into the ground to the point where I could not feel my forearms for a week.
That's
They
a
were
good thing.
numb. I could not, and I was like, okay, maybe I should take lessons. And I never did.
It's a
But
fun game.
I would go hang out while people played golf. I would do a Phantom X Bronze God IRL meetup.
Hell yeah, we need to. Next time I'm in
We
Florida.
do like go do bulk buys together.
Heck yeah.
You know,
Hell yeah.
cover each other's sixes. Make sure no one tries to like commit any crimes or rob anybody.
Yeah, exactly. I like it.
Carmine Woods. If I drank and did anything like that, possibly, but I don't anymore, so that is impossible.
What's Carmine Woods?
Like Tiger Woods.
Oh, yeah. I gotta know. Okay, I didn't catch the reference.
Ooh, that's a good one. Winner of the golf match gets all the bulk.
Or loser has to then do the grading. There we go. Farthest drive. Whoever drives it farthest has to make the other person grade their most hated
You know
Pokemon.
what? Okay, we got a solid idea going on here, but we bring it down to putt putt.
Yes, yes. There you go. There you
We do
go.
an 18-hole
Yes,
thing of putt putt.
yes.
Loser has to grade another person's whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
whatever it
Loser
is.
has to grade their most hated Pokemon card.
Yeah.
I like it. That's a good idea. I
They
like
have
it.
to grade their worst, their worst, and the other's best.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yep. That's a good
What
idea.
did you tell me what your favorite one was before?
Yeah, Fortress.
Oh, you weren't lying about that.
No.
Okay.
Just like your name. Yes, exactly.
It comes full circle, just like a good movie. The foreshadowing is unreal.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, well, that's going to be easy for me because there's no Fortress card over $5.
Yes, and
Pokemon,
that
I can't.
is crazy. That is there. You can literally get some of the oldest near mint, like mintiest Fortress cards, and it's like $6. It's wild. I was just looking at the Neo Genesis from Fortress. Someone had it in a deal that I was talking to on Facebook Marketplace, and she had it, and it was listed as near mint. I don't think it was near mint, but it was like $7 as a near mint card in like 2003. I'm like, that's in like reverse hollow too. I'm like, that's crazy that this card is so cheap. It makes it to where collecting is very easy for me.
It is. You know, when you're collecting a ghost track like that, it makes it very affordable.
Yeah, exactly.
I look at some of these older like Psyduck reverse hollows, and it's like the you were actually doing it in your batch. The Breakpoint Psyduck is like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But like, there's been one PSA 10 sale, I think, and it's like $900. And it's like, No thanks.
Yeah, that's too much. The PSA 10, I think even the PSA 10, I looked this up the other day. PSA 10 Fortress. I think they're literally like $150. Like any of them. That was pretty nice. Fortress, let's do Neo Genesis.
Do you have a PSA thing? Subscription?
No, nope. 177. I can get a PSA 10 Neo Genesis Fortress for $177. That's awesome.
That art actually does look pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Who's the artist that does all the claymation figures? I like that
Mori.
guy. Okay.
Yep.
Is it true that even if it's like a lesser like Pokemon, that like Pokemon arts with specific artists are good to pull out when you're sifting?
Yeah, I mean, I don't sell a ton of like non-hollow modern bulk, so I don't know if at some point you're gonna have too many. I don't think someone's gonna buy 45 Yukimori modern Mega Evolution card non-hollow. But if you have a lot of them, that's what ends up happening for me. Is like if someone buys a Yukimori card, they'll buy like 10 Yukimori cards, and they're all different. And so that's what typically, or like Ito is the person that does the yarn ones. Those sell well for me, but again, it's like one of those things where people buy them all, like buy a lot at once, a lot of different ones at once. But yeah, we need to meet up, do an IRL meetup, play some golf and shit. Yeah, Hectic's in Florida. Hectic's in your side of town too.
Yeah, he's like, what's funny is I tried to triangulate his position because like I recognized all the highway signs and like, ooh, what city does that say? And then I was like, I couldn't read it, so I was like, I'll have to watch more videos to figure out where.
Yeah.
Figure this out.
Yeah, you can't ask him. That ruins the game.
Save. Yeah, so that whole like thing about people ordering a mass quantity of some dumb card, I'm going to. I'm trying to snip some things because I want to show you this order, the order and the feedback because it's amazing. Yoink.
To answer your question on what was my biggest order, it was $120, but it was a bunch of bulk.
How many cards?
Let me check. I think it was like 30 or 40.
A bunch of bulk. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah, I really don't have expensive cards. $117. There's 44 cards.
How do I message you while in a call?
You can just message on the Discord. You have it like full screen for the thing?
Possibly.
I don't know how to do not full screen.
I don't know how to Discord.
I don't even know how to make it full screen.
Let's see. Message. Oh, I'm just gonna send it into your actual Discord. There's nothing bad. Shiny rectangle discussion.
Yeah.
It's gonna go there. So the man in question, the customer's name is the P-Dove King.
Okay, nice.
So there's this and that.
It's like the Kabuto King, but for Pidove.
Yes. Okay, I'm sending it right now.
Do you guys ever see those Pokemon sticker machines that sell random singles? Do you guys ever put the old 50 cents in to see if there's any good cards in there? I know someone, I don't know someone, but I talked to somebody that owns one of those, and it's a little crazy. Thank you. Cards arrived in amazing condition. Packaging was great. You're making my Pidove binder dreams come true. To add some cards to the order, you had the best amount of Pidoves ever. If you catch any more, I may have to make an honorary Pidove catcher. Also, the Jirachis will be used to add wish to more Pidoves. Jesus Christ. That is insane. He ordered 59 Jirachis, 18 Pidoves from Temporal Forces, 75, those were 18 reverse hollow, 75 normal, and then 4 from Black Bolt. That's hilarious.
The Pidove Master.
Pidove Master.
That was pretty fun. Every now and then, did you ever get fun feedback messages on eBay?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I don't check my feedback terribly often. every once in a while, I've like most of it's just like viewers being like, hey, you know, he's a good guy, or like some people will be like, oh, he's also got a YouTube channel, which is funny and nice. But I don't know if there's anything that stands out.
Trying to find one. It was like he was writing a romantic novel. It was fantastic.
I had somebody trying to advertise for their own card store on my eBay feedback. It was like,
That's
check out my
impressive.
store. I'm like, brother, what?
I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
Yeah. I was like, hey, positive feedback as long as it's not negative.
All right, I can't find it, but it was like the card was packaged as if it was presented in a bread basket in the mountains of Monticello on an evening afternoon drinking coffee, and I was like, ooh.
Damn.
Danky, I never played any of the Gears of War, but I am
my
very
God.
familiar with Carmine and the fact that he dies in every single game. Yeah.
I love Gears of War.
I just never got into it. I was too big. I think that was prime Fallout New Vegas days for me. And I think I was still playing Call of Duty for a good little bit there.
Yeah. That was like prime, like Call of Duty, Gears, like for me, Forza, like those were like the big ones for me. Halo, obviously. But then Halo went down the drain.
What was your favorite Halo weapon of all time?
Oh, the battle rifle, of course.
Ew.
Which one was yours?
You sweaty pleb. I already know.
Dude, doing the
How many-
BXRs in Halo 2, dude. Come on.
So did you only ever play like BRs only, so you could just like sit there and like snipe people in the face?
I like playing SWAT a lot, so yeah.
Okay. The Needler. I was very good with it.
Oh, the
I loved
classic.
that gun.
See, the problem is my most played Halo was Halo 2, and the Needler was ass in Halo 2, so it wasn't widely used.
Halo 3 was definitely my most played.
Yeah, Halo 3, the Needler was much better because they got rid of the dual wielding, because you could dual wield the Needlers,
Oh yeah.
and so you had to basically dual wield them, and they were basically trash. BR is better than DMR. Oh, 100%. I mean, the DMR didn't come out to what? Reach? And Reach wasn't that good. I mean, Reach was fine. I thought Reach's campaign was amazing, but I think the actual game was...
Which one was the one that was the it was like the Star Wars movie where like all the heroes in the movie die.
It's Reach.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Reach.
Is that Reach?
Yeah.
The story was good. I
Yeah,
liked
the story was fantastic. That's what I'm saying. The campaign in that game was fantastic. And then
The
you got
end
to
of that
fight at the
game?
end. Yes.
Oh, the end of that game was like I remember when I played through Red Dead Redemption and then the end happened, and I was like, man, if Reach would have been like this. I'm sorry, if Red Dead would have been like Reach, but you just don't die, you get to actually like run around and just like, you know, for dramatic effect, I understand why they did it, but it'd been cool to just run around and just like take out as many people as you can until you die.
It might be crazy, but I've never played a Red Dead.
Oh my gosh. I mean, they're both great, but Red Dead Redemption is so good. Such a
Yeah.
good story.
Hectic says, roses are red, bronze god is bronze, first name Carmine, last name The Dawn. Nice.
Duh.
Yeah, I never played Red Dead. I've never really been that big of a Rockstar fan. I liked GTA, like it's fun to like fuck around with, but I don't think I ever played more than like maybe a few missions, and then I
Yeah.
would just go and screw around.
I like watching it a lot. I mean, I'll play through it for the story, but you know, I've gotten really into watching is on TikTok. I'll watch it before I go to bed. Is they have these like professional chase. It's like you have someone trying to get to the airport and get into a helicopter, airplane, and it's just like they're getting chased down by all these different players. And like that's the whole goal is just like Need for Speed. You're trying to get away and escape, and everyone's trying to just like
That'd be
slam
fun.
into you and stop you. And it's pretty cool. I like watching role play stuff too sometimes, but you have to be really good at role playing. Like I don't want to see anybody just, hi, my name's Dan. I don't want to see that stuff. I want
You got to get the full in the
I'll be
world.
immersed.
Yeah. Yeah, I never watched any of the role playing stuff. Never got into it. It'd be difficult for me, which is weird because I acted plenty. So you would think that would be fun for me, but I don't know. I just never been into the role playing stuff. Even D&D. I can get into D&D a little bit as long as everyone's involved, but like the role playing, I don't know. It just kind of it's difficult for me to like disconnect with that.
Do you save the role playing for the Twilight hours with Miss Phantom? I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
All this talk about Skeledirge and calm makeup, I'm now seeing where this is all going. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she's got a
different
clown
subject.
kink.
Did you ever play Griff Ball in Halo?
Oh, I loved Griff Ball.
Okay.
Loved Griff
Thank
Ball.
you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those were classics.
That was fun.
Yep. I spent many hours playing Griff Ball. Griff Ball was good. SWAT was my favorite, I think, in regards to like the for fun game modes. Especially in Halo 2. I played a lot of SWAT in Halo 2. But yeah, definitely Griff Ball.
I think my other favorite weapon, I don't remember what the name of it was, but the giant like charge laser.
Oh, the Spartan laser.
Yeah, my favorite, like it was like the Valhalla. Like there was nothing.
Yep.
My favorite map was Valhalla and just rushing to get that thing.
Yep.
And then, yeah.
Dude, I remember playing the beta for that game, and the only way you could get into the beta, and my buddy was in the beta, you had to buy. Oh fuck! What was the game? There was a certain Xbox 360 game you had to buy to then get yourself into the Halo beta, and basically people only bought that game because you got into the Halo beta. And I remember playing the Halo beta, and they had Valhalla. And I remember that was like one of the very first Halo 3 maps I ever played, and it was so hype. And I played so much of that. And yes, I definitely remember the Spartan laser in the center of the map running after that, taking the little like launchers.
Was it
to
Halo
get to
3?
Yeah, Halo. Well, I mean, Crackdown. Yes,
I knew that's what it was.
Crackdown. Yep.
I love that. That game's good too.
I never played Crackdown, but I watched my buddy play it, and he actually really liked it. Everyone was like buying it for Halo 3, and then they played Crackdown. They're like, wait, this is actually a decent game. So it's pretty funny. SWAT was my first ranked place. I got to 50 in Halo 3. Good times. Good times. Good times. Good old Crackdown. Yep, that was it. Halo 3 sandbox, max speed, minimum gravity, swords, hammers only. Yes. I've never spent a ton of time in there. Those were the days.
That sounds like something I would love to play for 5 seconds, and then I knew I'd immediately get mad.
Yeah. You know, I wish... I've not been gaming a lot lately. Ever since I've gotten the card stuff, like I just... The only thing that I've consistently played is Rocket League. It's the one thing that I play with my buddy for like an hour a day. It's the only consistent thing I've done. But outside of that, like I've been like, oh, I'm going to buy this game and play this game, and then I just never play it.
That's why I started my gaming channel that I've yet to post on now. But it's like this stuff takes so much time. It's like, because my goal was of the 2 days that I had off, I could, play 2 different games for like an hour a piece and then like just do episodically. Because all these new games that are coming out, I would love to play, but then also it's like every time I go to do that, it's like I just want to sort through all this stuff, and that's the problem. Is when I start getting sorting, I can't stop. What was it yesterday? I started at like 8 a.m. and I was like, I'll just do this for an hour or two, and then it was 6 p.m. and I was like, oh,
damn,
okay, yeah.
I'm never that good.
It's bad. Yeah. Well, I'm good at that, but when it comes to taking my ABLs, not necessarily. So we all have our areas to improve.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, the listing is definitely like I just have to do it every day to stay consistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean I don't really do much sorting. I do sifting obviously, and so I can spend a good amount of time sifting, especially old Pokemon stuff. That bulk that I got, the 100,000 Pokemon bulk. Oh my god. I could sit there for hours and sift that stuff because it was awesome, but no.
I wonder if you're like this, where I'll have a lull of actually listing things, and I'm like, oh. And then like I list things, and then I get money. I'm like, oh, you mean when I list things, I get money? Who would have thought? And I do that, like I go in these weird ebbs and flows where that happens. And it's like maybe I should list more.
Yeah.
Like, it's so stupid.
Yep. It's it works, but you just gotta list it, and that's the interesting part. I go into phases, where like especially that's why I always say I try to average like 200 cards a week or 200 cards a day, because like some days like today I just didn't have time, and then during the live stream I was like, okay, I'll do 100 real quick just so I can have it done. But like then there'll be days where I'm like, it's usually like I'll watch a video and it'll hit just right. I'm like, all right, I'm motivated. Let's do this. And I'll list like 600, 700, 800 cards. And I'm like, damn,
What's
killing
that
it.
anime? The anime deja vu, like that thing and that sound hits off and you take off to the limit.
You talking about the initial D? Is that from Initial D? I think it's what that's
I don't
from.
know.
Yeah.
I just know it's used in a lot of
Yeah.
It was used in a lot of memes.
I know what you're talking
At
about.
one point.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Or like in an anime when like a girl touches a guy and they did that like
Yeah.
and that little like that not lightning surge, but that little like you see that line dash through their head and it's
Yeah.
like oh money
Yeah.
Ooh, okay
Yep.
time to list.
Yep. That's the best. Honestly, it's funny. I was thinking about this. So on Sundays with your Sunday morning conversations, I cut the grass on Sundays. And I literally will like save the video. Like I'll be like, I can't watch any of this video until I start cutting the grass. It's like you have now, your Sunday morning conversations have turned into my grass cutting, like this is what Sundays are, grass cutting. And it's listening to Bronze God talk to his guest on Sundays. It's the best.
I appreciate that. I do something similar, and it's not just you or TJ, but like a lot of the Etar and Hectic and a lot of the Cardboard Bros is I've never used the playlist function on YouTube, but whenever I see a video pop up, I just add them to a playlist so that way on Saturday or Sunday when I get the bulk of my stuff done, I just watch them en masse, because if I don't, then I'm going to watch like I've started watching YouTube slop and it's like not good. So having all this, everyone always talking about cardboard in the background, it's like yes, I need to keep this, have me focused, and
I do that for my watch later. I add everything to a watch later, and then that's when I get to cards. Any card stuff, I try to keep that. Like that's what I do. But weirdly, the gym, I've also been listening to a lot of card stuff, which is weird. I've like not been in a music mood.
Crazy.
Yeah, like TJ in the mornings, I'll watch TJ's videos at the gym. It's really weird. TJ, and then like anyone else who does morning, I think RAR typically has his stuff come out early in the mornings. So like anyone who does like early uploads, I'll watch a couple of those. It's really weird. Why do you like Card Uploader better than TCG Automate? I've been using TCG Automate, not sure if it's worth switching. It's just cheaper and a better platform in my opinion. Card Uploader is. And there's some stupid drama with Card Uploader or TCG Automate, but ultimately I just think Card Uploader is a better platform. A good question.
Yeah, the podcast has been a fun experience, man. I never thought that I would talk to anybody, let alone, and I've like never interviewed anybody before, so it's always been. But now that things are rolling, and I was like trying so hard to not gush over Rob. I was like, okay, we're gonna reel this in a little bit. Yeah. And then he was like, dude, my wife isn't even that nice to me at the end. Like, he's like, I'm sorry, I don't. It's like. I started to say it and I pulled it back, but I was like, I probably single-handedly, like every time I get bored of watching something, it's like, all right, let's just throw on an old Rob video. And then my algorithm is so on him that like all of his old stuff will, once I play one, it'll go through the backlog, and it's just like, but I don't know, man. It's just we got you probably know from the Discord, but we got Nomics this coming weekend.
Yeah, I think you told me that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
He was pretty cool. Like he's got a little bit of a weird, he was super nice. And I think when people watch the stream, sometimes it's like, shrewd business guy. But like after we were done, I was getting ready to cut it off, and he was just like all ready to chat. We ended up talking for like another 45 minutes.
Oh wow.
After that.
Yeah, I've never watched his stuff, so it'll be interesting to watch the video because I'm not.
He's very much more market. Market related.
Yeah.
He's like junior Rudy, junior evil capitalist, but like, he doesn't fluff anything. So that's why a lot of people tend to like, T-Tar, I actually DM'd him in Patreon. I was like, hey, I already know the answer to this, but this is what I do. And I know it's going to take like a month to hear back. He's going to be like, no, but thanks. But I was like, okay.
That would be legit.
How cool.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that with Rob. I mean, it's funny now. Like we saw I'm sure you still, and I still kind of feel this way about some people. It's just kind of like they have this like mythical status where they're just humans. You know, like
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I can never do what they do, or I can never have the YouTube channel that they do, or like just anything. And then you realize like, oh, they're just like me. They're just fucking normal ass humans. But like, it's just kind of funny because like Chase for me was like one I watched, and Rob and Chase were the guys I watched like constantly back in the day, and still, you know, I watch all their stuff. And it's just like to think that I've interacted with Chase a few times, and he's come in the stream. He's actually earlier in the stream earlier today. Rob's been in the stream. Like, it's just like that's crazy to think about, and like you get to talk to these guys like directly as well. And it's like, you know, it's just kind of weird to think that that's like normal now, but it's just, yeah, they're just
Well, and
normal.
at the beginning, the first couple of people I reached out to, I would always word it in like a way that I like overvalued their time, to where I was like, I'm so sorry to bother you, and I know I'm like super small, and there's no reason for you to do this. And I was just like, I think I did that with Brian when I did Pokey&E, and I was like, he was just so cool, and he was like, yes. I'm like, I just need to stop being like that.
Yeah.
And but also that's why when you had that video yesterday, that's part of why I messaged you too, because it's like, to a certain extent, you and TJ and some others are that for me. It's like I wish-washed on this whole YouTube thing for so long, and now like in the last 2-3 months, like things are starting to kind of kick off. But then I look at someone like you, who like literally never misses a day, and every time I do, it's like, fuck, man, I need to be more like Phantom, because like this guy never misses.
Not at all.
Even though he's got some videos that maybe are a little lower,
exactly.
views or whatever.
I phoned some
always
in.
doing it. He's always there. Your daily sales recap, all that stuff. It's like it's so easy to do, but yet I know how hard it is.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I just gotta lock in. But it's like, it's easy to do that though. When you have people ahead of you and behind you.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked him that question. Is like, no matter where you are, you're always going to have that comparison of people in front of you and behind you, and you just have to like live in the moment and just be happy where you are.
Welcome, Tony. Yeah, 100%. I think it's just kind of funny now seeing it where we're at. Is just like, I don't know. I always, you know, it's not like we genuinely believe these people are mythical status, but it's like you don't see this as like, I don't know. Like I watched TJ was actually the one that like, and I've talked to him about it before. I was like, dude, you were like the one that got me back into cards. Like Chase and Rob were the ones that like got me really involved with like the bulk stuff, and like I really enjoyed the YouTube side, and it was like, oh, this is really cool. I really enjoy this. And then TJ watching, like, I don't even know how TJ stuff came onto my YouTube algorithm, but it came onto my YouTube algorithm. I watched a video of his, and I'm like, this guy's interesting. And then I just kept watching, and I was like, this guy's awesome. And like, I actually really like his stuff. And then I'm like, what if I did something like this? What if I started a YouTube channel and did it from scratch? And then that's when I was like, I can do the whole start from zero thing. I have this idea in my mind of like, that's how I've always kind of wanted to do something. And so it kind of turned into that. And then it's like, then I got a chance to talk to TJ, and it was like I didn't see him as a mythical status, but I was like, this guy is the reason why I have the YouTube channel right now. And then I get an opportunity to talk to him, and I would consider him a friend now. And it's like, that's really awesome. And then like, I remember you reacted to one of my videos, like, this guy seems awesome. I'd love to talk to him someday. And then like, now we're just chatting in live stream. So it's just like, it's just funny how that kind of just all works out. So it's cool to see.
That was the first video of yours that popped up, and that was like right when I was, you know, what's funny is like, as convicted as I was and still am in the whole like list everything thing. Yeah. I would be lying if part of that wasn't from necessity, because when I started 2 or 3 years ago, I had $0. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like not phantom $0, which means I actually have a couple thousand. Literal $0. So I had to list everything. Yeah. So I got so deep into that I started ignoring the other stuff. That's why I had this giant 5 row of crap and all this other stuff. Yeah. So it's like I would still advertise that as something to do when you're first starting, especially if you don't know if you like doing this, because you know, if you're not going to like doing that, you're definitely not going to like it, a lot of aspects of this when you get bigger. Yeah. And then that's when that video that you did where you were, I think you were questioning like your sales, or you were having a lot of velocity, so you were changing things up. And I was like, I got to do the YouTube thing. Let's react to this guy. But then you were also like super charismatic, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy seems fun.
Yeah.
He'll probably be fine. And then like someone in my comments said that you reacted to it, or you were talking about it, and I was like, oh god, thinking I was gonna make an enemy, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope.
No,
That's
not
great.
at all. Not at all. It's rare that I try to make enemies, or at least I'm like a people pleaser, but like I always want, and not in the way of like I'll do anything for you, which I probably
Yeah.
will, but like more so in the way of like I want everyone to like me and I don't want anyone to hate me. So it's more so that regard, and so like I would never have, even if I disagree with somebody, like I disagree with people all the time. Hell, I mean I disagree with my parents on plenty of stuff, but I love my parents to death. You know, like I disagree with them on politics, on religion, on everything. You know, like, but like obviously I love them to death. So like I don't need to agree with people to get along well with them for sure. And so
I think the only thing I've hardcore disagreed with you with so far is the
Yeah.
fact that my name sucks. I don't agree with that.
we're just gonna be on that forever now. So yep, that's just gonna be it. That's now canon. Just
you
like
mind
I
if I
didn't start
share
from
a s-
zero. Yeah,
Yeah. Do you mind if I share a story with chat for a second?
absolutely.
So everybody obviously knows how awesome Phantom is, but just as a point of reference, the first time I actually talked to him was to get him to do the first episode of my podcast.
Oh yeah.
And this is a double-edged sword of like, this is why you shouldn't be scared to do anything, because anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He offered to record the podcast on his side because I wasn't sure if I had my sound right. And you guys know I'm good with sound, especially since the last 2 episodes outside of Rob, I had sound issues. I recorded the whole thing and it was like no volume, and I freaked the fuck out. I was like, oh my God, I just like made a YouTube friend. I'm going to tell this guy I wasted an hour of his time. And he was like, nope, not a problem. I recorded it. Here's a link. Whoop, bam, done.
Yep.
I was like, oh, all that worrying was for nothing. And this guy is genuinely fantastic. Sweet. So yeah, like, I don't know, man. For me, although that's maybe an extreme example, it's like it doesn't take a lot for me to be a friend with someone. If I get like just any small nugget of like that Step Brothers moment, like, did we just become best friends? Like that's all I need. And you got 100% of like my trust, all that stuff. And then once something goes wrong, then it's done. But like, I don't know. That's why I've been so good. That's how I've always been in my real life. I've always been able to have a really good circle of friends because I don't usually stray from that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's funny when you said that, when you're like, the audio's not working. I was like, yeah, I fully understand. Like, I'm so paranoid with my seminar. I've only done 2. I'm so paranoid. I don't remember the last time footage from mine has corrupted, but the idea of like something of mine footage corrupting or something, it like I'm legitimately to the point where I'm like, should I get a second computer set up for my seminars just in case something happens? Like I just have this big fear that it's just gonna come crashing down. So yeah, I understand. I'm very much paranoid about that. So, and it's only because I've had plenty of issues in the past. The amount of times that I have recorded my Friday videos where I go over my numbers, which takes the most talking, and I've looked over and my fucking mic is muted. It just, I'm like, there's no way I have to do this over again. There's no way. So most of my reviews are like doing it again. It's a second take.
When I interviewed Rar, I didn't hit the record button, and we fucking talked for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, so remember all that stuff I was saying about how you're a really nice guy?
I hope that's true.
That one back again, buddy. And of course he was like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
And then like I had to like try to remember everything I said up to that point, and it was like weird and kind of fake, but obviously like it didn't come off that bad.
Yeah,
And I was like, God, this guy's gonna hate me. And I was like, nope.
Yeah, Matt seems like a really nice guy. I don't imagine him. I can't imagine him terribly angry. At what point do you turn the corner and start to see an increase in sales velocity? It's difficult to tell. I mean, I seem to start seeing serious sales at like 4,000 or 5,000 listed, but that was like sifted bulk, not just like anything. So
Yeah. Sales velocity is equally proportional to your daily dose of ABCs or ABLs.
Yeah.
List. And at some point, I mean, Hectic was just saying a little bit ago, he just hit like 3,000 listings and it's starting to pop up. There's no like arbitrary, I hit 3,000 and then boom. It's just as wide of a variety as possible, consistently listing as much as you can. And then it just happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because it's hard to tell, like, especially with eBay, it's gradual. Like, it's not going to be like overnight you're going to just like go massive. Like, if you look at my sales graphs, it literally just goes up like that. It's not going to like spike up. I mean, there might be a spike in some random days, but that's just like a lucky day more so than it's a consistent thing.
You know what's funny is I've had your stream up this entire time, and there's like a 2-second delay from us talking on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's like me watching you in like a French dubbed film because there's no sync. So it's like I hear what you're saying and I see you like word it out. I'm like, that's fun. Oh,
it's like the old Godzilla movies.
That's funny.
Well, man, I appreciate you talking. I might have to head out though, but I very much appreciate you joining. If you guys aren't already, make sure you subscribe to Bronze God. Great guy. Great content.
If you guys haven't already, subscribe to Phantom and like the video.
Yeah.
Like the stream.
Yep. Well, thanks,
the closer
man.
we get to 50 likes, the closer we get to, I don't know, Phantom doing something funny. Yeah. Anyway, yep. It's good talking to you. I got to go make my video and sort through bulk stuff.
Absolutely. So. Well, good luck, man.
You guys have a good night.
Yep. Later, guys. I'm out.